Butters and Black Soap offers high quality, handcrafted butters, black soaps, and oils made with all natural ingredients that improve the appearance of hair, skin, and nails. Try Butters and Black Soap's amazing collection of African black soaps sourced from Ghana and infused with ingredients such as turmeric, oatmeal, sea moss, coconut milk, activated charcoal, and more to promote healthy looking skin. Say goodbye to dry, cracked skin with the Sea Moss Body Cream by Butters and Black Soaps. This non-greasy formula will leave your skin soft and supple. If you want to achieve a natural, healthy glow, try one of their whipped Shea butters. Indulge in the luxurious feel of African black soaps and more by Butters and Black Soap. Shop now at www.butters.blacksoap.com. Use custom code WISDOM for a 15% discount. Shop now. Hello, Wisdom family. It's your girl, Wisdom's daughter. Kings, queens, it's time for another Wisdom family gathering. One of our subscribers, and it's not the first time I've heard this, has taken issue with the word picnic because of the history. I've heard that before. I hear you. I respect that. Picnic is the brand, but I'm sure the Wisdom family can be a little flexible. So it's time for another wisdom gathering. But more importantly, it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Thank you guys for joining. So tonight we're going to get into some Tuesday shenanigans because we got to talk about this guy right here on the right. All right. Some of you may be aware that Wason Wild was sentenced today, and the hearing was very long. But I'm going to show you guys a clip. We're going to look at it in just a minute so that you can kind of hear and see his reaction to his sentencing. So those of you who saw it earlier, do not spoil it for everybody else. All right. For those of you who are not aware of what exactly was he sentenced to, he was facing the death penalty. So we're going to find out if that's what he got and what happened. And then we're going to have to talk about what I believe is probably the most talked about couple right now in reality TV and social media and all that. And that is none other than Jennifer Williams and Mr. Christian. I'm just going to call him Mr. Christian because the man got too many names, right? There's a whole lot going on with her, and I know some other content creators have covered it or touched upon it, but there's another content creator that went in deep, and this story is a lot deeper than you think. So we're gonna get all up in her business on this late Tuesday night for the Tuesday shenanigans. So thank you guys for tuning in. And on that note, let me see who we got in the building. Who do I need to greet? All right. We got Mary Broussard in the building, said good evening all. Hold on one second. Let me take this off the screen because it's just a little distracting. All right, I got Mary Broussard in the building. Leo Lady 251 always in the building. She said, hi, Queen. I've got Sunny and Sylvester mugshots in the building. ND in the building. Appreciate y'all. I've got Snoopalicious in the building. Silver and Gold said, hey, y'all. Kia Elder. Kia's always here. She is in the building. All right, y'all. So listen, the chat is set to a subscriber only. And so you will have to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes before you'll be able to participate. And I also got sound checking net because my mic sounds nice. It better. All right. Thank you so much. She said, good evening, everyone. So we're not going to belabor. We're going to get right into it because, as I said, we've got to talk about what's been going on with Wade Wilson, and we got to get into this business with Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives, because I don't know how many times a woman can make the same mistake over and over, but old girl was about to marry herself a Nesto. All right. She damn sure was about to marry a Nesto. And that might not happen. And she better thank God. But before we get into her story, let's find out what's been going on with Mr. Well, I can't really call him Mr. We just gonna call him Wade Wilson. He goes by many names. I mean, he's calling himself the Deadpool, the Deadpool unaliver, and this, that, and the third. Yeah. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull up this video. and we gonna get right on into it. Where is it? Where you at, sir? All right, here we go.
All right, let the record reflect that State's President, Defense Counsel, and the defendant are all present. We're here for sentencing. Was there anything else that the court needed to address prior to sentencing? No. All right. So I have considered all of the testimony and evidence, arguments of counsel, applicable case law, and statutes. I have prepared a written sentencing order, which I will file contemporaneously with the pronouncement of the sentence here today. I also have copies for the state and defense, which I'll hand out once I conclude. So in the state of Florida versus Wade Stephen Wilson, case number 19 CF 568, the court will read aloud the portion of the sentencing order related to the sentencing circumstances and proportionality.
He looking real nervous over there.
Evaluating the aggravating and mitigating factors, the court does not engage in a mere counting procedure, but instead makes a reasoned judgment based on the totality of the circumstances. In reaching this decision, the court is mindful that because death is a unique punishment in its finality, its application is reserved only for those cases where the most aggravating and least mitigating circumstances exist. The law never requires the imposition of a death sentence. In this case, the totality of the circumstances indicates the defendant, with premeditation, beat and strangled Christine Melton in her home before stealing her vehicle and driving to meet his girlfriend, Melissa Montanez. After Montanez refused to get into the car with him, the defendant battered her in broad daylight. The defendant told law enforcement, when Ms. Montanez managed to flee from the defendant, he fled the scene and drove back to Cape Coral, where he decided that he would murder another person. He saw Diane Ruiz walking to work and pulled over, pretending to ask for directions. She got into the car to provide directions, but the defendant strangled her when she tried to exit. He then drove to an empty lot, strangling her into unconsciousness at least one additional time on the way there. When she tried to flee from the car, he drove over her at least one time, inflicting mortal injuries to her spine, ribs, and neck. The evidence showed that both murders were heinous, atrocious, and cruel, and that the second murder was cold, calculated, and premeditated. The defendant inflicted serious physical and emotional pain to the victims. Moreover, the defendant committed the murders while on probation for prior felony convictions, and he committed 2 first-degree murders contemporaneously with each other and with grand theft of a motor vehicle, battery, and burglary of a dwelling. There were no statutory mitigating circumstances that were established, but the court considered the non-statutory mitigating circumstances presented by the defendant. Out of 13 enumerated non-statutory mitigating factors, the court found that 10 had been established. Out of those established, 6 were given little weight. The totality of the mitigating circumstances indicates that the defendant suffers from drug use from a young age, along with undiagnosed and untreated mental health issues of some kind. He felt abandoned by his biological parents, but had a devoted adoptive family who raised him in a supportive and loving environment. Defendant did not resist law enforcement when arrested and confessed fully to both murders. The court has further considered giving great weight to the advisory verdict of the jury, who recommended that the death penalty be imposed by a vote of 9-3 on count 1 for the murder of Christine Melton and a vote of 10-2 on count 4 for the murder of Diane Ruiz. The court recognizes that there is no mathematical formula for considering the aggravating and mitigating factors. It is not enough to weigh the number of aggravators against the number of mitigators. The court carefully considered the nature and quality of each aggravator and mitigator. Having reviewed all of the aggravating factors proven beyond a reasonable doubt and all of the mitigating circumstances reasonably established by the evidence, the court finds that the aggravating factors greatly outweigh mitigating circumstances. Given the facts of the case, nothing in defendant's background or mental state would suggest that a death sentence is inappropriate. This court's review of other reported capital cases has led the court to conclude that the death penalty is not disproportionate in this case. Under the totality of the circumstances and evidence, the court finds no basis to override the jury's verdict. The totality of the circumstances warrants that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced to death for each count of first-degree murder. Accordingly, it is ordered in the judge that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced as follows. Count 1, first-degree murder of Christine Melton. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 2, grand theft of a motor vehicle. The defendant is sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 3, battery. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in the Lee County Jail. Count 4, first-degree murder of Diane Ruiz. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 5, the burglary of a dwelling. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 15 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 6, petty theft. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in the Lee County Jail. The defendant is given credit for all time served on this case on all counts. All counts are to run concurrent with each other, meaning at the same time. All statutorily mandated fines, fees, and costs as announced on the record are imposed, and the defendant is committed to the custody of the Department of Corrections for execution of this sentence as provided by law. The defendant is hereby notified that these convictions and sentences are subject to automatic review by the Florida Supreme Court. If he cannot afford an attorney to represent him in any appeal, the court will appoint one for him. Are there any other matters to present to the court?
Briefly, Judge, the state would be seeking $17,500 cost of prosecution.
I'm sorry, how much?
$17,500.
So there you have it. He was sentenced to death. Now he has some other charges where he was given 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, and he's given time served, but it doesn't matter because ultimately he was given the death penalty. And I know he said that that's what he wanted, but you saw in that video he's struggling to swallow. His chest is heaving up and down. His eyes are all over the place. Your boy was nervous. Okay. Your boy was nervous. I don't know what Wade Wilson was expecting, or if he thought that, by some miracle, maybe he would just get, life in prison. But yeah, but it's over for your boy. So I don't really know, what that means for whatever jail calls he might have going on. I don't even know if they give phone calls to death row prisoners, but basically it's a wrap. Shout out to Pecan Tan Queen. I hope you are feeling better. And June's poetry is in the building. So that's it. And welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for stopping on by. All right. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And like the video as you're coming in, because we're about to get into what we're really going to talk about, and I don't want y'all to forget. So that is a great way to support the channel. It helps me a great deal, and it doesn't cost you anything. All right, so let's get into the real story. What is going on with Jennifer Williams? Why are we talking about it? Why is it even relevant? It's relevant for a couple of reasons. Jennifer Williams, again, is a TV personality on the reality TV show Basketball Wives. Okay, it's on VH1. Shawnee, the now ex-wife of Shaquille O'Neal, is the primary character on the show. Anyway, so this young lady, she's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, she's a beautiful young lady. However, she has one problem. She keeps choosing the wrong men. And I'm seeing some comparisons between what's happening with her and what happened with Shirley Strawberry. Okay. I don't know what's going on with these women out here, but before I give you the backstory, we're gonna go over a couple things. We're gonna go over her dating history because she's dated quite a few people. Okay. We're going to go over what's happening now. And again, why are the YouTube streets talking about this, right? And what I also found that makes me say that this story may be bigger than what it sounds like. Okay. So yeah. So Jennifer, she struck gold. Okay. Here's Jennifer Williams. Okay. Here is her Fiance. All right, here's another picture of them together. Homegirl thought she struck gold when she met Christian Gold. Christian Walden. You know what? I'm just going to start calling him Christian Scamder. Okay. She was very excited about meeting him. She thought she struck gold. Here's a picture of her. They're celebrating their engagement together. Now, here's the interesting thing. When she met this dude, he had two children under the age of two. Okay. One of the children is a little less than two. The other baby, I can't even say children. The other baby is a little less than one. So he just had either two babies with two different women. Okay. Here's another picture of him. Or he done had two babies with the same woman. And now he's engaged to be married to Jennifer Williams. She apparently didn't find that strange. Okay. According to her, she has common sense. I don't think so. I think she's beautiful. And some women have beauty, some women have brains, and some women have both. But in her case, the two do not exist in the same body. All right, here's a picture of her ring. It's absolutely gorgeous. And she better hope that it was with her own money, that this ring was paid for. And I'm going to tell you why I say that in a minute. Because just like how Shirley Strawberry lost that G Wagon, old girl might be losing this ring. Shirley lost her ring and her G Wagon. Okay. She might be losing this ring. So the reason why everyone's talking about it is because Christian Gold, whose real name is Christian Walden, was recently he recently was served or there's a warrant out there for his arrest because apparently he violated his parole or his probation, excuse me. He violated his probation. So Jennifer Williams and her fiance are out here traveling to Italy. They're over here traveling to Paris. They're over here traveling to Switzerland. They're traveling all over the place. Okay. But if he's on probation, he has to get permission to travel outside of the country. And apparently he didn't get permission because see, the wedding is supposed to be September 14th or something like that in Paris. Okay. So they've been traveling all over, just living their best lives. This man on the television show asked Jennifer Williams for some money so he could pay his restitution in his domestic violence case. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. When I tell you that this is some damn foolishness, it's some damn foolishness. Yes, she was dating Tim Norman. Tim Norman. As a matter of fact, you know what? That's a great segue. Let me go. Let's start with her dating history. We're gonna start from the goddamn beginning because we gonna start giving Shirley Strawberry a pass when we see what old girl has been going through. And I can't even say going through, what she's been taking herself through. So let me play this video of her dating history. Now, there's a possibility that there's some men missing out of this history. This is not my video, but I'm gonna show it anyway.
Beautiful classy reality TV star Jennifer Williams came to the limelight for her involvement in the highly publicized Basketball Wives show. She is loved and hated in equal measure. Here's her dating history. Michael Jordan. Rumors have it that she was a side chic to MJ. Eric Williams. The famous basketball player met Williams in 2000 when she was working in the real estate industry. The couple got married in 2007 but got separated mutually after 3 years. Cisco Rosado. Famous actor Cisco dated Jennifer from 2012 to 2014. Tim Norman. The two started dating in 2017 but broke up in 2018 after the relationship became unbearable. Rick Ross. Rumors have it that the rapper had a fling with Jennifer shortly after. Christian C.G. Gold. Jennifer is currently dating C.G. and despite her being 18 years older than him, their relationship is one to die for. We wish her all the best.
No, it ain't. That's a lie. That relationship ain't one to die for. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And she gonna need a whole lot more than some best wishes to get through this. Okay. First of all, this man is almost 20 years her junior. Okay. He's almost 20 years younger than her. Okay. Tim Norman, who she dated for 3 years, that man scammed her. She was supposed to be doing a documentary. Well, I guess she's going to be including Christian Gold or Christian Walden, Mr. World renowned investor. I guess she's going to be including him in the documentary as well. Okay, so maybe there's a reason why the documentary hadn't jumped off yet. But anyway, Tim Norman stole her Range Rover. She was moving from Los Angeles, I believe, to Atlanta, where he was, and she got a place here, and she had an engagement in Miami. And so she's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because I got my new house, but I can't pull my car into the driveway yet. I'm not sure why. I don't know if the previous owners had stuff in the driveway. I don't know. But ultimately what she decides to do is call Tim Norman. Hey, listen, you got a 3 or 4 car garage. Can I store my vehicle in your garage? I guess she was pulling a Nesto. Remember when Nesto said that because he was in transition, he was moving, he needed to keep some of his cars at Erica King's house. Anyway, but so once she was done, she called, the guy was like, okay, can you bring me back my car? And he just ghosted her. He didn't respond. And she's like, I need my car back. Excuse me, can you bring my car back, please? And so she had to take him to court, and it was a whole big thing, and yada, yada, yada. She also dated somebody else who, and if I'm getting, listen, she dated a lot of people. So if I'm getting some of her dating stories and the wrong people mixed up, please forgive me. There's another guy that she dated. I can't think of his name right now, but he was, or I believe is currently serving time for a, what they call that, unaliving for hire type of situation, where he paid someone to off one of his relatives. Yeah. So, and maybe that was Tim Norman. Y'all correct me in the chat, okay? Because her story is a lot. So if I get it wrong, don't come for me in the comments. This is a lot. So the one dude stole a vehicle. The other dude that she was dating had issues, and she said they went out to eat, and he tore the restaurant up and flipped the tables and carrying on. So point is, she does not have a good she doesn't have good judgment when it comes to men. She doesn't have a good dating history. So here she meets the wonderful, what she believes to be the wonderful, the glory. She really believes she struck gold this time. I finally got it right this time. Remember, Shirley Strawberry messed up in her relationships too. There was some issues there. Okay. And when she met Nesto, she just knew, okay, I done struck gold. I done found the one. All right. And had a lot of other relationships. And even when she got settled into her marriage and started noticing the red flags because of pride, she just decided, well, I'm just going to have to deal with it rather than admit that I done messed up again. Well, the same thing I believe is going on with your girl. So anyway, either that or she just, I don't know. What I'm trying to figure out is all these women on the Basketball Wives. You've got Evelyn Lozada, you've got Jackie. And these women are either currently married or were married to NBA players. You've got Brooke and Brittany and all these other Shawnee and all these people on the show, and none of these women could pull the girl to the side and say, look here, something ain't right. He said he got one baby just under 2 years old, didn't give you the exact age because he doesn't ever give you the exact anything. And another baby a little bit under 1. And y'all been together how long? The math is not mathing. But anyway, so she has a sordid history. She done posted pictures of her boo, okay, the Lord Investor. Now, when you click on the Lord Investor, the page is gone. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. He calls himself the world renowned investor. Now, but according to him, he doesn't have a job. The problem with Jennifer Williams is that she don't really know this man at all. She doesn't. And I'm gonna prove it to you because she thinks he has a job and he doesn't. Okay. Remember when I tell y'all, when people tell you who they are, believe them the first time? Okay. She doesn't really know how much his restitution is. Okay. We gonna get into all of that. Okay, thank you, Kia Elder. I knew she was gonna get me straight. Kia said Tim Norman was the guy who paid someone to take out his nephew, and then she dated the other dude that stole her vehicle. So thank you for clarifying that. All right, we're gonna get into some more videos. Okay, and these videos are short. This one is only about a minute, where here are the receipts. I know you guys like receipts. Y'all can listen to Wisdom's Daughter talk. I mean, it's fine. I'll talk you to sleep. But I'm just saying, you probably want them receipts, right? All right. So let's get the receipts. Let me bring up these other videos. Now, these are clips. The first clip is coming from the Jasmine brand. And this is a clip where Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives is taping, and she basically says, I'm allergic to broke. Well, apparently she's not allergic to broke. Apparently she's attracted to broke, or attracts broke, because that's what she got. Anyway, let's let her tell her little story.
Deal breakers is you cannot be broke.
Okay. So here's the deal. The man doesn't have a job, okay? But he does have a skill. His skill is scamming people. That is his skill. When he told her that he doesn't have a job, he meant it. I don't know why she wouldn't believe him the first time. When he said he don't have a job, he meant what he said. And the reason why he doesn't have a job, the reason why, let me explain to you what he means when he says he has a company. It's not really a company. It's a Ponzi scheme, okay? It's a Ponzi scheme that is set up kind of with the same framework as a susu. So basically what he did is found some people, okay, some victims, all right? I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to call them gullible, but a few of them may have been gullible because of their situation. One person was retired because of a disability, and had to fight and sue for that disability, and got $30,000 and gave it all to this man. I'm gonna get into the details in a second. Another one, her and her husband had a wonderful and fabulous life, beautiful home, children, and everything. Okay. The husband was a financial management specialist, or financial, and he did something with financial management in the car sales industry. And I'm thinking that he was probably one of the loan consultants. You know how when you go in and you buy a car and they give you the paperwork, and then they got to go in the back and they got to talk to Big Al in the back and make sure that they can finance you. Well, he's Big Al, and he probably gets a commission off of a certain number of loans that they do. And anyway, he was making around $20,000 to $30,000 a month. $20,000 to $30,000 a month. What? Okay. And he had a lawsuit against the company, okay, and took that money and gave it to Christian Gold. All right. So hang on for part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of that story, because Lisa S has gifted 10 memberships. Queen, oh my goodness. Thank you so very, very much for the gifted memberships. I appreciate that so much. You are wonderful. Thank you so very much. All right, so let me see who we got here newly joining the Wisdom family, because we got 10 new Wisdom ambassadors. All right, I got Tanya Lee, new Wisdom ambassador. I got the 313 GG, get it straight, new Wisdom ambassador. Nat Queen Cole, she's also been gifted. All right, the vegan athlete, you've been gifted. Aquarius Bay, all right, Aquarius, you've been gifted. Angel Hair 62 has been gifted. Arlisha Johnson has been gifted. Ebony Woods, Cedar, and Twalia Young, you all have been gifted. Welcome officially to the Wisdom family, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Throw it up in the chat, because we be Ken now. Yes. I'm acting a fool. But make sure you give a huge, warm wisdom thank you to Lisa S., who provided those gifted memberships. And Queen, may your gift return back to you tenfold. I appreciate you so, so very, very much for that gift. The family is growing, y'all. And if you guys have not seen the community post, we have topped 1 million views on the channel. So excited. That is a very big deal with 250 videos with I don't even know, we almost at 5300 subs now. 5300 subs, all right? 5300 subs almost, but we have topped 1 million views. So that is a milestone and an awesome awesome achievement. So again, thank you guys, all of you who have been watching, who have been liking the videos, who've been sharing the videos, who've been commenting, and those of you who subscribed. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking this journey with me and for helping to make the channel successful. All right, so getting back into the shenanigans, okay? So I don't forgot where I was. But anyway, so she's claiming that she's allergic to broke, but she's with this dude. This dude is saying that he doesn't have a job and he has a company. And what he does is he trades. So he tells these people, send me X. So this is what he tells them. I will teach you how to trade. He had these classes, right? I tell you guys all the time, be careful of people, especially on social media, who ask you for money. Okay. So he had this thing where he had a class that you can take. I think the class was like 2500 and he will teach you trading. Okay. Then he started lowering the price. Then basically he'll say, okay, well, for $2,500, I'm going to show you, I'm going to invest your money for you. Basically, you give me the money. I'm going to trade it for you, and you're going to be able to make a return. He was promising people a 2 to 5% weekly return. Okay, that's like 8 to 20% return a month. They don't even do that on Wall Street. Okay, so I don't understand how they didn't see that there was something wrong. But you know what? People will want to invest. They hear that they can do this. And here's why I say this is another Nesto, because I believe that he targeted Jennifer Williams. He claims that he didn't know that he never saw the show. He never watched the show, but he knew exactly who she was. They have a mutual friend. And apparently they were living in the same building and he just ran into her one day. Bull crap. Okay? No. I don't believe that for a second. I believe he targeted her. Okay. I believe he was using her reality TV status because people see him on the show. He's talking about his company, Reserve Gold, or whatever the hell it was called, because the website is down. Okay. The website, he done took all his shit down. Okay. Everything is down. Everything. The website is down. You can't even, you know. I can't even show you what it looked like or what he was promising. However, there's another content creator that has screenshots of it. And she goes by Girl Is This Legal. Okay. She is another social media YouTube lawyer. And she uses her pro bono time to give out free legal advice. And she's been talking to these victims. And so, again, so he was taking people's money. So when they first started, apparently there was a platform, and on this platform, they could basically see how much money they were getting. So here's what he did. The couple whose husband was making the 20 to 30,000 before he sued his company, right? That's what he was making before he sued his company. Okay. So now he's no longer working. He takes some of that money, 3,000 of it, gives it to Christian Gold, and within a week, they make 12,000. 12,000 in a week? So he goes into the site, the husband sees that he done made 12,000 and pulls his money out. So now Christian Gold is over here like, yeah, see, it works because, Mr. and Mr. Smith, they invested 3,000 and got 12,000 back and was able to pull that money out. right? Not only was it a setup for them, but it was a setup for everybody else, right? So here's the setup. So now he says, well, listen, I got this thing called projects, right? And so, for example, Project 100, there are 100 slots where you can invest. Whatever amount you invest is going to determine how much you get in the end. But once the 100 slots are filled, I'm going to trade all of that with those 100 slots. And then whatever the return is based upon, the number of slots that you had and how much you invested, the more slots you take up, the more you invest, right? I think it was like what, $1,000 a slot, something like that. I can't remember, right? And so ultimately, with trading, you should be able to pull your money out at any time. So the couple, all right, I'm just gonna call them Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is like, look here, Christian, we got a problem. Our light bill is about to get cut off, and the car is about to get repossessed. We gave you 1,900. We need to get that back so we can pay a bill, and then once we good, we'll throw some more money into these projects, right? And so, because you once you put the project 100 was supposed to be for a set amount of time. He had what, 100, 200, project 1,000, 2,000, all this other stuff, right? And so anyway, he tells the couple, well, I don't have any liquid, even though his whole platform was about liquid. So the first victims that got into this, there was a platform where they could see how much he was investing. But then he switched to a different company, and because there was some foolishness going on, that company said, you know what, we're gonna go over here. We're not because companies work with other companies. So we're not gonna work with this company anymore, right? We're gonna go off on our own. So now he's on a different platform. He's sending screenshots to people using Telegram. He had a group on Telegram. Telegram works like WhatsApp. For those of you who've never heard of Telegram, do you know that the CEO of Telegram is currently facing a potential indictment right now because Telegram was being used for child P, and selling children and people on the black market. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But so he's got this group on Telegram. He's got all these people. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are bringing people into the group. Yeah, come and invest. You want to do this thing, and yada yada yada, and all these other people. I need my $1,900 back. Well, I don't have any liquid. What, do you have credit cards? Yeah, I have credit cards. Okay, great. Because I have a business. You can charge it on the credit card. Nope, and give us the money back that way. I can't do it on the credit card right now. Okay, well then just pull the money out. Well, I can't really pull the money out right now because I got the money kind of all over the place. It took that man 3 weeks to give these people back their money. 3 doggone weeks. Okay. I believe he done spent some of that money probably on his ring. Now, this is what he's doing. This is his company. This is the company that he so-called has. This is why he says he doesn't have a job. He was basically running a high-end susu, basically, is what he was doing. That's what it sounded like to me. Um, we gonna get to that, Kia. We gonna get to that in a minute. He was running a susu. So the 2,000, basically, people put let's start with Project 1,000. Project 1,000, you put the money in 1,000 slots, right? Once every slot is full, he's going to trade using that money. And then after 1 year, they would get their return. Project 2,000 was 2 years, right? So people said, well, that's great, but we want to get our money back faster. So he created a Project 100, which was 3 months, 90 days, and Project 200, which was 6 months, right? You guys get the idea. You get where I'm going. So when, just like with a susu, once you get to the maturity date, right? Because a susu has a start date and an end date. Once you get to the end date, people are supposed to get their money. Now in a susu, people get paid out, not all on the same day. Everybody has a day that they get paid out, right? Typically with a susu, you get, somebody gets paid out first, and then the next week, the next person, you keep going, right? So what he was doing is everybody got paid out by a certain date, right? Now, because this is a scam, that gave him time to get more investors to get that money. It's a Ponzi scheme so that he can pay off the old people so that they can make it seem like they're making money to put more money back in. So now let's fast forward Now let's fast forward to where we are now. Okay. I gotta show y'all another video. As a matter of fact, let me see. I want to show you because I'm talking about this fake company, this investments. I want to show you the Tasha K. I want to show you the Tasha K quick video. We're not gonna look at the whole thing. It's real short, and I don't have it queued up. So hang on just 1 second. Let me just pull it up real quick. Yeah, I have it in here somewhere, but it'll be easy for me to just pull it up. So give me 1 second. All right, Tasha K. And Tasha K, but Tasha K was on Wild and Out recently. She sure was. As a matter of fact, that one I think I do have. Let me play that. Tasha K was on Wild and Out on VH1. I believe it's still VH1 with Nick Cannon. And that's a big deal. Okay. I don't know any other content creators that have been on Wild and Out. Typically who have like different rap artists and people like that, people that are new in the music industry, and he's trying to like big them up and stuff like that. But anyway, but yeah, I saw that. I was like, all right, Tasha K. Tasha K is out here doing some big things, y'all, and I am not mad at it at all. But anyway, I digress. Let me get to the video that I really want to show y'all. So let me just pull it up real quick. All right, Tasha K, Jennifer Williams. Here we go. Now this one I'm gonna share real quick. Here we go. I got it. Okay, let me just share my screen with y'all real quick. Okay, Tasha K. Which one is it? Is it okay? I think it's this one. Nope. Here it is. Okay. All right, hang on a second. Why is it not playing? Let me take some of this stuff down. Oh, might help if I put it up on the screen for y'all to see, right? Hold on. I told y'all that I've been doing some new stuff, so, and I literally had to learn a whole new set of software in like a day. So y'all forgive me. Hold on a second. Let me take this down. So one of the things that Tasha K highlights is the fact that this man calls himself a world-renowned investor. And everywhere he goes, world-renowned investor. And he does this when he's around the old girl. All right, so hang on a second. Okay. Now I have a lot of screens up, and if YouTube gives me a problem, I'm about to go over to TikTok. And I'm probably going to.
Why do you have to say world-renowned investor Christian Gold?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the same thing. Why do you have
World-renowned investor. So I didn't even know they make world-renowned investors. I thought but you're an investor, and you usually specifically say what it is that you invest in, right? You invest in homes, invest in real estate, but world-renowned investor, and we don't know.
All right, hold up a second.
What it is that you actually invest in?
Not only does she not know what he invests in, she doesn't understand that that's not a job. Talking about Jennifer Williams. She don't get it. She does not get it at all. And I thought I recorded this earlier because I anticipated that YouTube was going to give me a problem. So hold on just a second, y'all, because let me just pause it for a second because I already know what the lady going to say, and I'm getting frustrated with YouTube buffering. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull it up on TikTok. But anyway, basically, what she's saying is what is world renowned? If you're an investor, you usually state what you are investing in. There's no need to say world renowned. And this man can't really articulate what it is that he does. Carlos King asked him a very simple question, very very simple. Okay, and I think I'm gonna try to show it on TikTok because YouTube is acting up. So hold on a second. Um he was asked a very simple question. What do you do? And he was struggling to answer. And then you know how people talk, how they try to fast talk you, or they try to talk over you in the sense that they're using all this technical language and you're not really, I'm listening to the Carlos King interview and I'm like, this man is just talking out his booty hole because it should be very simple. You should be able to explain in a very simple way what it is that you do. When you're using all this technical language and talking above people and over people, there's a reason why. All right, so let's
Congratulations, Christian Gold and Jennifer Williams are engaged. Why do you have to say world-renowned investor Christian Gold? World-renowned investor. So I didn't even know they make world-renowned investors. I thought that you're an investor, and you usually specifically say what it is that you invest in, right? You invest in homes, invest in real estate, but world-renowned investor, and we don't know what it is that you actually invest in. We got another word for that.
okay.
I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna let y'all say it.
I'll say it. It's called scammer.
Now, when you got a title, instead of saying congratulations, Christian Gold and Jennifer Williams are engaged, why do you have to say?
Now let's look at these comments. I don't know if you can see them on the screen. Okay, if he's world renowned, is he world renowned if we didn't know who he was? Right? I like the guy she met on Basketball Wives. What went wrong? What went wrong is that he got issues. First of all, why would you agree to marry a man with that kind of baggage? He has 2 babies, which means there's at least 1 baby mama, and these babies are very very small. Okay, he doesn't have a real legit job. I don't know what kind of job she thought he had, but he says, I don't have a job. She's like, babe, you do have a job. He's like, no, I have a company. He has a Ponzi scheme. It's not even a real company. That's why he took his website down. That's why that website ain't up there no more. Okay. Hold on. I would love to do something with Tasha K. So y'all keep me in the prayers. It may not be time yet, but I would absolutely love to. She has a new young lady who is doing some of these segments like this, and she's awesome. I don't know her name, but she's a great stand-in for Tasha K. And I think when Tasha K was doing the unwind, not unwind, doing the wine is the new tea. What we didn't know at the time is those were auditions. right? There were a number of content creators from Instagram, from YouTube, and Facebook, and all over. And she had three at a time on the show, and she was kind of doing something new. And I think she was also using that as an opportunity, so that when she was traveling and doing her show, she could still have someone kind of running Unwind with Tasha K, so that money don't stop. And I'm not mad at her, because one thing I do know is when you take a break from YouTube, it does have an impact. You can have 500 people in your live, go off YouTube for a week and come back, and you might have 50 people in your live. I'm just saying, I've had to do that a number of times because I do this part-time, and a lot of people don't realize that I'm not a full-time content creator. It just feels that way because I'm on here a lot. But anyway, but it was an audition. So, there are some people who thought, oh, I'm on Tasha K. No, boo, it was an audition. Okay. And she chose who she wanted. But had I known that it was an audition, I definitely would have put, I would have put it. I would definitely, because she had content creators who have large and small platforms. There was no requirement. It wasn't like you had to have 40 subscribers or 20,000 subscribers in order to 40,000 or 20,000 in order to do this. But anyway, but love me some Tasha K. If you guys want to join the Wisdom family, the membership is $2.99 a month, and the link will be dropping just shortly. And again, shout out to our sponsors, Butters and Black Soap. They are your go-to if you have dry skin, if you are having issues with acne, if you have dry, brittle hair and nails. Let me tell you something. I've tried just about, not everything, because they got a lot of stuff, but I've tried their whipped shea butter. I've tried their raw shea butter. I have tried their my favorite product, which is the body cream, the sea moss and argan body cream. I am not 80% sea moss. Okay. Sonia is Nesto side chick. I'm not 80% sea moss, and I do have dry skin. I use it on my feet. But right now, because everyone's asking, when is the whipped shea butter coming back? I got to reach out to the owner to find out exactly when it's coming back so I can let y'all know. But I've been using the oil. Okay. The body oil. I also use it in my hair, because not only does it make my hair soft, like super, super soft. Because when I tell you I got dry skin, I got dry hair too. But it makes my hair smell so good. I love it. When oh, somebody smell good, because I know you're talking about me. But anyway, so go ahead and shop Butters and Black Soap. 15% discount if you use the code WISDOM every time you shop. Let's get back into the foolishness. So here is another video. Now we're getting to, again, why are we talking about this? Because this man her fiance asked her for $250,000. Okay? $250,000? You know what? I want to smack Christian Grey. But I'm not going to do that, because June's Poetry, he done went ahead and gifted $20. I appreciate the super chat. He said, I'm going out of town, and Uncle Willie, according to my neighbors, has been giving parties when I'm gone for a week or two. He put an air tag on my car. I didn't even know what an air tag was. Help me, Uncle Willie. Uncle Willie, look here. We gonna put out a warrant for you, Uncle Willie. Okay? That's what we gonna do. I'm gonna bring Uncle Willie over here to Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm gonna let Allie and Gigi deal with Uncle Willie. So hopefully Uncle Willie is not afraid of dogs, but we can handle Uncle Willie up in here. But King, I appreciate the gift. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Always supporting, and may your gift return back to you tenfold, of course. 369 Blue Neptune said he has a third child from before prison, I believe, and then with one ex, and then two babies with the ex right before Jen. And this is who she's saying is the best man she's ever had in her life. She actually said that in interviews that she's done. He is the best man I've ever had in my life. I found love. Okay. Yeah. Kia Elder is giving Uncle Willie, you best leave them air tags alone. Okay. Because it's a content creator. We call her Bible Lady. She got many names. Okay. Bible Lady, infamous prayer warrior. Okay. Infamous snake. She got a lot of doggone names. Okay. Scheme team. she currently has a case because of an air tag, okay? And she's out on bond. So we don't want that to happen to you. All right. As long as you having a little drink, okay, drinking a little henny here, there, and everywhere, as long as you ain't acting a damn fool, you gonna be all right. But you can't be having parties when June's poetry is out, unless you invite Wisdom's daughter, and we're just making a picnic. I'm just saying. Anyway, so let let me let me get this other video up. So here's the video of him asking her for some money. And what I don't understand is why she doesn't realize that he's running game. Okay? She knows now. She may not have known then. And I'm going to tell you why she knows now. Baby, listen. Let me explain to you what's going on right there. All right, because I used to watch Basketball Wives. I have not watched it recently. I started getting back into it because of this. I've actually been watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which is good. It's real good. But he has a domestic violence case. And he was arrested or charged with unlawful imprisonment. He got into an argument with his girlfriend at the time, and she wanted to leave. He didn't want to let her leave. You know how sometimes men can do that? Nah, you ain't leaving. You gonna talk to me. Okay? She didn't want to talk. She didn't want to talk. She wanted to leave. And he stopped her from leaving. He was, blocking the door. I don't know why whenever I get on here, I start getting like air bubbles in my chest. And when it comes up, it's kind of like a hiccup and a burp at the same time. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, he wouldn't let the girl leave. He was blocking her way. They're having a heated argument, okay? He claims that he didn't put his hands on her, and that could be correct. He could. I don't know, okay? He could potentially, maybe, possibly be telling the truth. And because she wanted to get away from him, she jumped off the balcony, okay? The balcony. They lived on the third freaking floor. Girl jumped off the balcony, broke both her ankles. Okay? You don't jump off of a balcony trying to get away from someone for no reason. This girl felt that her life was in danger. Okay? He is 30 right now. So this was about 9 or 10 years ago. So he would have been 20 or in his 20s when this happened. He tries to make it seem like it's no big deal. And we're going to get to this Carlos King interview because there are some things that I want you guys to see the interaction. That's the last thing we're going to do. But I had to give you some context, okay, about the scamming and this, that, and the third. And I'm going to tie it all together. This man might be facing a RICO when all is said and done, okay, because there are a lot of victims. Check out, what is her name? Girl, Is This Legal? Okay, or Is That Legal? Is the YouTube channel. Okay, and just type in that and Jennifer Williams and all the videos will come up. And she's spoken to the victims. The victims were very verbal. One of the victims threatened this man's life. They said they're going to unalive him on sight. Okay, now they may not really be going to do that, but at the very least, they're going to whoop ass. Okay, he did time in prison. This man's voice is not deep enough for me. I'm sorry. His mannerisms are a little funny. Okay, even the way he acts around her female friends. He said in the Carlos King interview that he was hurt in jail, that he was stabbed. I don't think that's the only thing that happened because he's a small person. Okay, is it? I don't even think that's him. Hold on a second. Trying to see if there's another. Oh no. Okay. So Jennifer Williams is tall. So he might have a little height to him. But in terms of his stature, I believe oh boy encountered more than just a stabbing. I'm just saying. But anyway, but he has a record and he tries to downplay the domestic violence, and he tried to say that in court the girl begged the judge not to give him a heavy penalty, a heavy sentencing. Glamour W_1 said he locked her outside the balcony. I didn't hear that part. But I'm gonna tell you, it don't matter, because whatever was going on, you don't just jump off of a third story balcony. Okay, that ain't something you do. Maybe look, I'm not even jumping from the first floor. I'm just saying that's not happening unless you are really afraid for your life. And I can understand what that's like when someone takes away your choice, right? She wanted to leave and he was stopping her from leaving. She may have had a whole blown panic attack. Okay. I've been there. I don't know if she was a victim of SA. I've talked about it before. I was a victim of SA. And when people do stuff like that, or like if I tell someone don't touch me and they put their hands on me, I'm gonna lose my okay. Um so because it's a control thing. When people have me in a situation where they're controlling my whole, and I can't, you understand. So she wants to leave this apartment and he's not letting her leave, and I can imagine she's trying to grab the door and he's blocking the door and pushing her out the way. So she decides she's going to go out the balcony. And she was in a wheelchair for months, 4 months, not the number four, I mean FOR, 4 months. And then left the apartment, so she jumped. Wow. So Glamour is saying that what had happened was he wouldn't let her leave the apartment, so she went out on that balcony and he locked her out there. And then he left the apartment and she wanted to go, so her only recourse was to jump. That's crazy. See, I didn't hear about that part. mm, 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 mm. So he asked her in the clip we just watched. He's basically telling her, listen, we're getting married in Paris. I got this case. I'm on probation. I don't want to have any issues that will prevent me from traveling. So I need to pay this restitution and get them off of my back. And the restitution is just under 250. What the hell is the restitution? What's the amount? Is it 249? Is it 236? Is it 249,999? What is the amount? He doesn't tell you the amount. It's just under 250,000. Well, 250,000 is what what the wedding costs. So he's basically asking her for the equivalent of what the wedding costs. Why? Do you know how much his restitution actually costs? She didn't know it then, but she knows it now because it's listed in the warrant. And his lawyers apparently just now responded to the warrant that he claims he didn't know about. He found out about it on Instagram or TikTok or whatever he said he learned about it. He didn't know about it. He don't have a warrant. Well, his lawyer responded, so he definitely has a warrant. 12,500. 12,500. That is the amount of his restitution. So if the amount of his restitution is 12,500, why is he asking her for 250,000? You might as well say 250. But let her tell it. Okay? Let her tell it. I have common sense and discernment. No, the hell you don't. You don't have neither, but you need both. She doesn't have common sense or discernment, and I'm starting to think she don't have much of a brain. Baby, you do have a job. You have a job. No, I have a company. I was trying to see if I could do Postmates or work as a bartender. Yeah. So this is the situation that she finds herself in. She has this whole wedding planned in Paris. That means that people have purchased airline tickets. They have booked hotels. She's paid for this whole Parisian wedding. They were even taking classes to learn Francais. Okay? So they can parler Francais. Okay? So she can bienvenue and all of that. Lord have mercy. Well, there's not going to be a wedding. At least not in two weeks because of this warrant. He is trying to get the judge to throw out the case. I don't think that's going to happen. He wants them to throw out the case and still give him a travel permit, which is what he should have had from the beginning. And you know what's interesting? Lakeisha Keisha, another content creator, she kind of first broke this story a couple months ago, and then she's been doing updates. But she kind of broke down what the travel permit is. These are papers. It's a document that says that I can travel, because if he's stopped by the police, they're going to show that he's on probation. So this shows them. It reminds me of slaves who needed their travel papers so that when they left the plantation, and the overseer or the patty rollers and whatever they call them, slave catchers, would know that they had permission to be where they were. Anyway, so now he wants travel papers. Now he wants permission to travel so that he can have his wedding in Paris. Mr. Gold, Walden, Scamden, okay? Mr. Scamden, they don't give a good goddamn about that Parisian wedding or anything, okay? It is too late. He wants the case dismissed because he does not want to go back to jail. And right now, that is what he is potentially facing, going back to jail. And all this money that he scammed these people out of, because he got 30,000 from one person. The couple, they didn't really say, or I didn't listen long enough for them to say how much, but I'm pretty sure that it was several thousand. There was another young lady, several thousand. You're talking. So I'm thinking he wanted 250,000 so that he could pay the 1,200, 500 restitution, but he also needed to pay back, some of these clients that were threatening him and looking for him and ready to break his arms and legs. Like, give me my money. He was getting money from these people to put up a facade and to make it seem like he's living this lifestyle. Well, boo boo, that's a beautiful ring and this is a beautiful picture. But I'm telling you right now, that picture matches my background. Anyway, it's about to be over. She's probably gonna end up having to bring that ring back, and he could potentially be charged with a RICO, because that's what they do in Atlanta, especially with black men. Okay, if there's a lot of victims right now, because Boneytail would say, it's civil, it's civil. Okay, she would say it's civil because she know all about it. She knows all about it. She would say it's civil, but they are suing right now. They have a group lawsuit. And apparently, one of the victims actually spoke with Jennifer Williams directly, and she might actually be implicated. So, what I don't understand is, how is it that her friends didn't see that something was off? And if they did, why didn't they tell her? Why didn't they tell her that something wasn't right? Like, her friends must not like her very much. Kia Elder said, WD, fun fact, the lawyer from Girl, Is That Legal, was on the dating show Ready to Love. I watched every episode. Her name is Simone Redwine. Yes, Redwine. Because her real name is Redwine. Yes. Kia be on it, okay? That's my PI. I'm just saying. Sorry to put you on blast, okay? 369 Neptune said, and he said the fight was so loud that the neighbors were knocking at their door. So you just know she was calling for help if the neighbors were getting involved. Yeah, she was probably screaming from the balcony. Shout out to Shea B in the building. She probably, was banging, not banging, but shouting from the balcony, like, somebody help me. They're gonna take her ring like they did Shirley to pay the victims. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is what she is potentially facing. Us seniors need love too. She said, I just woke up. Yeah, I am so sorry that this is going on so late. Because I anticipated being on here much earlier, but it just didn't happen that way. But it's all good. It's all good. So we have been talking not about Boneytail, okay? Not her. We've been talking about them, okay? We've been talking about Jennifer Williams, who says that she has common sense. You don't need to worry about me. I got common sense. This was the post. Reminder not to skip leg day or date night. Hashtag Switzerland. Because she posted this picture of them in Switzerland. And this is the post that got him picked up because the PO, the probation officer, was monitoring her Instagram and realized that on several occasions, because it's all in the warrant, on several occasions, he left the country without permission. And that's a violation of parole. Okay? So, ma'am, you gonna be in Paris standing at that altar all by your lonesome because your boo thing ain't gonna be there. All right. Let's get into this Carlos King interview. Carlos King, Jennifer Williams. And if I can spell Carlos King correctly, then that would be wonderful. All right. We got it up here. I may fast forward through some of this just to let you guys know, only because it's a long interview. The interview is almost 2 hours. So there is a possibility that I may just fast forward through some of it. I've already watched it. So I may just fast forward the story. Do some of it anyway. Because I'm only going to watch the good parts. All right. Let me get this on up here. And no. Okay. I'm going to put it on full screen in a second.
There's a lot of conversation about this relationship.
Let me log out of as much as I can.
Yeah. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to just address everything and address it head on.
Oh, this is buffering really bad.
When you first saw Jennifer, did you know who she was?
And he claims he didn't, but I claim that
I never watched the show, you know what I mean? But I knew
he ain't never watched the show. That's bullcrap.
exactly who she was.
Were you in a relationship at the time you saw Jen?
I had
Okay. I don't know if it's my, let me just pause this a second.
literally just got
I don't know if it's my computer because I got 1,000 plus 1,000 times 1,000 videos on here, or if it's the bandwidth with the internet. But this video is going to buffer the entire time, and I can't sit through it. I'm not going to ask y'all to sit through it. So what I will do is I will record a separate video to give you guys my commentary on this. Some of it you heard me say, but you haven't heard it from her mouth. You haven't seen the reaction. I think. Let me see when this was uploaded.
There's a lot of conversation.
Let me see when this was uploaded. So this was uploaded on the 20th, so about a week ago. Now, I don't know when this interview was recorded, but I have to imagine that even at the time that this is recorded, that Jennifer Williams knows something, but I think she's feeling a little silly. And I don't understand what it is about these women. If you meet somebody and you think that he is God's gift to women and you done found the right one, and then you start seeing signs that he's not the right one and you know something ain't right, just to save face, you just gonna stay in it? Because at some point, she had to realize. At some point, she had to say, wait a minute, something's not right. She's rolling her eyes when she says, I'm allergic to broke. You see him looking in the camera all close like, yeah, she said what she said. June's Poetry, thank you so much, King. He done gifted 5 memberships. Lord have mercy. All right, let me see who got gifted because we got 5 new wisdom ambassadors, y'all. Let's go. I got Glamour W underscore 1. Yes. Caramel Beauty 65. Absolutely was gifted by June's Poetry. He loves old school. I love old school too. I see it. Adrian Crawford, another king in the building, and D West knows y'all all have been gifted. Welcome officially to the Wisdom's Daughter family. Y'all know what to do, Wisdom family. Throw it up in the chat because we be kin now. When you become a member over here, Wisdom's Daughter, you basically once you come over here and attend a family gathering, formerly known as the picnic, you family. All right, we just making it official. Okay, family atmosphere over here. The only shenanigans that go on over here is what we be talking about and what's on the screen. But we definitely be kin now. So y'all give our 5 new wisdom ambassadors a warm wisdom welcome and a huge thank you to June's Poetry who gifted those memberships. King, thank you so very much. And we'll twinkle for you because we appreciate you. We appreciate y'all liking my new sound effects. All right, now June's Poetry done started something. Miss Boogie down, because you want to be starting something. You got to be starting something. You want to be starting something. All right, now, Psycho Boney. Wait a minute. Psycho Boney for real. We done added Psycho Boney to the family. Welcome, welcome. Officially to the Wisdom's Daughter family. Give a huge thank you to Miss Boogie Down, who is the person who gifted you. Life Goes On said, I love it. We love it too. Thank you so much, Life Goes On. And Queen, I appreciate your gift. For you, June's Poetry, and Queen Miss Boogie Down, may your gifts return back to you. Yes, yes, yes. Miss Boogie Down said I would give the Psycho. You stupid. Oh my goodness. Well, listen, it's all right. We got some of everybody up in the picnic. She said Psycho Boney. It sounds like she talking about Sonia Bonehead, aka Baldy. Okay. And if we cannot get this video to work, then we just gonna pivot and we're gonna do part 2 of Dear Tashima and get into some Baldy and the Beast. All right. Y'all know I work in emergency preparedness and things happen, and so you just got to be able to go with the flow and switch gears when you need to switch gears. So I appreciate y'all being flexible. Lord have mercy. May your gifts return back to you tenfold. And Psycho Boney, welcome to the family. Oh my goodness, y'all making my stomach hurt. So I was talking about the fact that, these women get to a point in a relationship where they know something is wrong. And rather than just accept the fact that, damn, I done messed up again. I done got the wrong one. You going to, first of all, she said it on the show. I couldn't find the clip, but she basically was telling her friends about her man's situation and saying that she was going to help. You just said that you're allergic to broke, but you're gonna pay this man $250,000. I need some receipts. Okay. If I'm paying $250,000 restitution, I need to see some receipts. Here is why she thought this man had money. She thought he had money because he showed her the screenshots from this platform where he was trading. That's why she thought that he had money. So once again, this is just sad. She got with him for the wrong reason. I'm you know what? Somebody has some advice for her. Unfortunately, the advice is coming too little too late, but we're gonna listen to the advice anyway because I think it's great advice. I can't wait until Sidecoins check the con about his recent text. Yeah, we're gonna get into that in just a minute because I'm not sure if this video is going to cooperate, and I am not struggle streaming today. I ain't got the energy. She should give up dating. She's horrible at selecting a mate. Yeah, I think yeah, because these videos are not working. Yeah, I think that she needs to just take a step back. I think she needs to take a step back and just spend some time with herself. She's jumping from one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next. And you can't tell me that there was she no red none, no red flags. Here's some advice.
You see, a man will not marry somebody he's cool with. He's not going to marry somebody that he likes. Just because I like you don't mean I'm going to marry you. You will not impress him with your looks. Your looks will get him to look, but afterwards he'll look the other way. Because as good as you think you look, there's another lady that looks just as good as you, if not better. Have you ever noticed that there are men who will marry a woman that looks less good because the true beauty in who she is the fact that she challenges him to be a better person? You see, there's not one man in here who will marry a woman just because she looked good and just because she got a nice smile, just because, nah, that's not why he's marrying you. He's marrying you because one day he sat on a bed and he said, this woman makes me want to do something real. This woman makes me want to have kids. This woman makes me want to have a business, have a job, get my money right, get it together. That's what relationship is all about.
And some men will get married because, they see you got something that they want. One of the episodes when Christian Gold first, she didn't even know his real name. How about that? She didn't even learn that his name wasn't Gold until the warrants. But anyway, she didn't know how old he was. She had no idea how old he was. They had been dating for some time and she realized, oh wow, I never even asked his age, for real. You didn't know that you was dating a baby? Because he sounds so mature. He sounds mature because he's been to jail. Does she not have any standards? Let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this. There's a really great video. This young lady talking about her standards. And if anything, I can always email it. I mean, send it to myself. But anyway, no standards. There's a young lady who was on Facebook and was talking about she has 92 standards. 92 standards. Now, here's the deal. She has a list. Now, the standards are not what you think. Her list is not what you think it is. And she's talking to a guy, and the second she tells the guy about the standards, he's like rolling his eyes, and she's like, well, wait a minute. Look at the list. And what he ultimately says to her is, I have never seen, normally when a woman makes a list of standards, it's very superficial. I want him to be rich. I want him to be tall, dark, handsome, yada, yada, yada. Some of the things on her list, and I'm just going based off of memory while I find it. Some of the things on her list were, for example, that he is gentle with me, right? That he's a great listener. That, he knows how to manage is responsible with his finances, right? She didn't say I'm looking for a man that's going to pay for everything. Just manage your finances and be responsible. For example, I got it was really good. I got to find it. If I can't find it, I will definitely I'll definitely post it. And maybe did I post it? Let me check my shorts and see if I posted. I might have just posted it. But it was really interesting. But what I'm seeing with this one here, I'm not seeing any standards, like, at all. Nothing. So the first man that's tall, that look good, we just going for the first thing that we see. It was on Facebook. Let me go to my Facebook. I'm going to find it. I have to find it because it was just that doggone good. And I thought I sent it to myself, but apparently I did not. So anyway, I will find it. But this is just incredibly sad because either she really didn't know, and that tells me that she got to be one of the dumbest women on earth, or just not paying attention at all, or she just didn't want to know. I don't know what it is. But do y'all think she paid his 250,000 restitution? That was only 1,200. Thank you so much, 369 Blue Neptune, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. May your gift return back to you 10. First of all, and second of all, we be kin now. Make sure y'all throw it up in the chat. Make 369 Blue Neptune feel welcome. Give her a warm wisdom welcome. All right. Cause we be kin now. She done made it official now. Did she pay it? Because in the Carlos, hey Trina, in the Carlos King interview, he tries to get Christian to clarify who paid it, or how much was, and he just said it was paid. It was paid. So how much did you pay? How much restitution did you pay? He was trying to make it seem like there was a 12,500 restitution for one thing and 250 for another. That's not the case. That is not the case. Okay. Listen, we know the con, and y'all just gonna have to start running background checks on these people. Okay. Y'all just gonna have to start running background checks on these people. I have not talked about this prior. I've hinted at it here and there, speaking of background checks, but I'm just gonna put it out there because it needs to be said. I had a so-called business partner. Okay, this is an impromptu story time, but it's gonna be short. Who approached me about going on the radio with him. And I should have learned my lesson from infamous snake, Bible lady, infamous Sylvia. But because he sounded genuine, but stuff started not adding up. And I have a high level of discernment. Unlike lady over here, she claims that she has discernment and common sense. Well, I do. And the second I started getting a glimpse that something wasn't right, I started doing my research. I did a background check. And I found some things in this person's background. They had a whole rap sheet, mugshot, everything. And this wasn't light work, okay? This wasn't just traffic violations, or, it wasn't just driving without a valid driver's license and insurance. It wasn't just writing bad checks. It was other stuff, Nesto type stuff. Okay. I was like, oh, hell to the no. So I was like, I can't be associated with somebody like that. Can't be associated with somebody like that. So some of y'all in here know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm not even going to say the name because this is not warranted. If you guys want to know who I'm talking about, y'all going to have to send me an email at iamwisdomsdaughter@gmail.com, and I'll tell you who I'm talking about. I'll send you the background check if you want it. Okay. I conducted 2 background checks on this person. And that's what I should have done in the beginning before, any monies were talked about, exchange or anything, because this person is a pathological liar. Lied to me, lied to the radio station owner about just about every damn thing. Okay. So I'm not associating with that person anymore. Doesn't mean I won't associate with the radio station, but I'm not associating with that person anymore. So if you guys were wondering what happened with that, that's what happened. So just be careful. Be careful. All right. And I may have to do a separate video on how to do a background check on people. June's Poetry said, I've seen stranger things. June's Poetry want me to conduct a background check on Uncle Willie. Lord have mercy. Uncle Willie acting up that bad. All right. So I'm gonna give this one more try. But y'all, give me just 1 second. I will play some music in the meantime, because I want there's a video that I want to find, and I thought I uploaded it in advance and I didn't. So y'all just give me 1 second. 1 second. Let me find this video. See what I did with it. All right, I found it. Okay, I did find it. And I gotta go to my email. And then we're gonna read the rest of we're gonna read the rest of Dear Tashima. All right, see, y'all hold on 1 second. Let me get it from my so what happened was I sent it to myself. And I'll pull that up. And I'll share with you guys.
List. Okay.
Look at the list.
Why are you looking like that?
All right, let me see.
You threw my phone back at me.
Really? Okay. I gotta figure out what's going on with my computer because this is starting to piss me off. But anyway, so I'm gonna do two things for you. It's a short video. I was going to post it to my shorts anyway. So I will post it to my shorts. I'll put up a community post with the link to it so you guys can see it in the shorts. But what I will do, because I want you guys to hear it anyways, I will play it from my phone. The quality is gonna sound horrible, but I'm gonna play it from my phone anyway, because you won't be able to see it, but I at least want you to hear it.
Two of those.
Scan my list. Okay.
Look at the list.
Why are you looking like that? You threw my phone back at me.
It's amazing.
Is it a good list or?
It's an amazing list.
Okay, because when I tell people that I have a list, it's like, there you go. Reading from it here, you'll see my husband is a leader, extremely smart, is doing God's work, is gentle with me, has impeccable hygiene, is easy to talk to, is great with money, teaches me new things and helps me grow, likes luxury but appreciates simplicity, celebrates me privately and publicly,
Good.
not in competition with me,
Good.
is excited to see me when he comes home. You know how many people are sitting in that driveway because they don't like who's on the other side of the door?
Right.
Before anybody says, well, what about you? We got that list. Right now we're talking about this man.
List that people normally hear is the superficial list. It's a list of preferences. That's a list fully of core values. And I've never in my life seen somebody write down core values.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally what I'm teaching people. And I'm going, what? You wrote a list on core values. I don't see.
And that's what she did. She didn't write a list of materialistic standards, but core values. And that is ultimately what old girl needed to do, but she did not do. So again, y'all, apologies for the technical difficulties. It happens sometimes. All right. But I will have to do a separate recording for the Carlos King interview. Okay. Because y'all already know I got something to say about some of the other things that they talked about. But this is really serious. Number one, she doesn't know the man that she was about to marry. She didn't even know his real name. He doesn't have a job. She claims that she's allergic to broke, but she's dating somebody who is broke and dating somebody who targeted her and scammed her, because you are not going to convince me that he did not target her. You're not going to convince me that he did not watch her on VH1. I didn't watch the show, but I knew exactly who she was. That's a lie. I don't believe that for a second. You will never convince me that he didn't. Not at all. That he just ran into her one day in the elevator. I don't think so. But it's not just the fact that he violated his parole. He told her, I need you basically to give me some money so that our wedding doesn't get interrupted, or so that we can have this wedding. He's playing on her emotions. Give me this money because I want to make sure that I'm good with my promotion so that I can travel out of the country. Basically, if you don't help me with this restitution, there won't be a wedding. She's so thirsty to be married to this man. I'm pretty sure she gave it to him. So explain to me why there's a warrant out for his arrest if the money she gave him was to cover the restitution so that he could travel. Why are they going to arrest him? Yeah. You got some soul searching to do, Miss Jennifer. You got some soul searching to do. All right, let me pull up these text messages. Where they at? Let me pull up the text messages, and I'm going to change the screen because we're going to get into some Baldy and the Beast. And as I said before, this is no offense to anybody that is experiencing a medical condition that is causing hair loss. Okay. This is me talking about a very specific person. Okay. And that's not even the right thumbnail, but anyway, we we want to get into this dear Tashima, because Tashima be writing Nesto letters in the middle of the night, honey. And Nesto's been writing back. So also, I believe Phone Calls for Prison said recently that there hasn't been a whole lot of conversation. He hasn't been really talking to anybody much, including Baldy. So yeah. All right. Let me get these text messages. Where they at? That's the wrong thing. I gotta close out some of these screens, guys. All right. Downloads. I wish I could do this. Well, let me say this. Because you gotta be careful what you wish for. I would like to be able to do this full time in terms of YouTube, where I can just sit on the computer all day and make all these videos and do all these lives all throughout the day. But I am not at a point in my career where I'm ready for that. I love my career. I do very well. And as we've seen, oh, that reminds me. Before we get into, let me put it up on the screen. Before we get into these text messages, Lord have mercy. Last live, someone asked what's going on with Bible Lady. And because apparently she's putting out there that she was decommissioned. She was demonetized, actually. And I believe she's in 90-day YouTube jail. Well, I did listen to the live that she did when she talked about it. And oh my gosh. I wouldn't even put it up here to play it, but I will tell you that she's talking about, let me take this down for a second. She is talking about starting an OnlyFans. Okay. Now, she was probably joking. You know how you joking, but you're not joking? She was talking about, I need to get my feet done so I could put my feet up on OnlyFans. Because, she's like, y'all, they have groups like that, right? Y'all know they have groups. They have, people out there that's into feet, and they have groups on OnlyFans. Now, how the hell would she know that? Unless she been up on there. How is the Bible Lady starting an OnlyFans? Y'all help me out. I can't. Wow. But she was asking, she actually said, I'm gonna have to, some of y'all gonna have to start helping me pay my rent. She sure did. How are you telling your subscribers that you gonna need them to start helping you pay your rent? Because apparently she didn't get paid for July. So she put I have the screenshots. She put her phone up on the screen where it shows your analytics and it shows you how much, you make every month, how much she's made every month. So the picture, I'm gonna put it up in members. All right. I'm gonna pull a picture up on my phone so I could see exactly what it was. But anyway, she she put the picture of her phone up on the screen, and what you see on the screen is her analytics, and it's showing you how much she made every month. So in April she made a certain amount, in May she made just a little bit more, but in June that income doubled, and I mean it doubled. Now, that's not exaggeration. So in June you get paid for the May YouTube. Okay. In July, because they're a month behind, July, you would get paid for June. Her income has doubled, primarily because she's covering YSL and this, that, and the third. So it doubled. And then July it doubled. And then August, which the month is not over, it's not doubling, but it's considerably more. It's at least almost $2,000 more. Okay. I said $2,000 more. If you guys are nosy and you want to know what infamous Sylvia is earning, and I know that this is because you can only see your own analytics. So this is her. I'm gonna put the picture up in members. All right. And if you want to see it, you'll have to become a member. It's $2.99. Okay. And put it up in members. I'm gonna do it right now while I'm talking to you. So wow. She's gonna start an OnlyFans and she's asking people to help pay her rent because she is not getting her YouTube money. And she wrote an appeal. I'm gonna send y'all all the text messages because she wrote an appeal to YouTube saying that this is her only source of income. This is her only source of income, and they don't really care. That's what it boils down to. They really don't care. All right, hold on. Bible lady didn't get her YouTube check. Demonetized. I'm doing it right now because sometimes I tell you I'm gonna put up stuff and then I get so busy and it's like out of sight, out of mind. Demonetized. For copyright strike or something like that. I'll just put demonetized. And I ain't even got to do the listen. All right, so I'm posting that right now so y'all can see it. Okay. Alrighty, so that's done. Let's get into these text messages. So we left off at August 18th, 2024. That's where we left off. All right. I want you guys to check out Butters and Black Soap later. Because if Bible Lady is going to do an OnlyFans for her feet, she's going to need some sea moss and argan body cream for her feet. Okay. So y'all gonna need to help her out. Wait, Queen, I'm fading now. I'll be back. Yes, OnlyFans. This is no exaggeration, okay? This is not on her main channel. It's on her backup channel, her nasty channel. Let me tell you something. This lady has some of the nastiest videos that you will see on YouTube for somebody her age. Okay, let me be clear. You got all types of videos of people twerking and doing a whole bunch of foolishness for somebody her age. Okay? She's got videos with people up on the screen, someone who look like they're touching themselves in the bed, and she's standing up there gyrating. She's got videos of her barely clothed, quote unquote, exercising. That's her naughty channel. Okay. It's disgusting. It ain't nothing Bible, biblical, Christian, nothing about it. Okay. I don't know any perfect Christians. There are some people who judge me for having this YouTube channel. Okay. But you know, I don't care what they say. I'm gonna do what I do. But that, and it's not like she said it one time. She kept saying it. That means she's entertaining the idea. Okay. And who is gonna go on Uncle Fans? On Uncle, you know what? Jules Poetry said, "I'll send Uncle Willie over there." I was getting ready to say, who the hell is? You know what? I need an Oreo. Oh my gosh. I was getting ready to say, who the hell is gonna go over to OnlyFans and check? But June's Poetry said he's gonna send Uncle Willie. You listen, you trying to blind Uncle Willie. Is that Uncle Willie's punishment for having a party while you was away? You gonna send him to OnlyFans to look for Sylvia? Anyway, lady, if you don't, and she was talking about, so the whole video was supposed to be about people hating on her and how people got her demonetized. She got herself demonetized. Okay, that's what happened. She got herself monetized. Be very careful about people who are always crying victim about shit that they do to themselves. Excuse me. Okay? Nesto does the same thing. Constantly crying. I'm an innocent man. I was set the F up. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It was Erica King. She did it. You know? Constantly crying about stuff that he did to himself. Okay? You got this one over here. No, this one don't like me. This one tried to get my channel taken down. No, she demonetized herself. She did it to herself. She was talking about, so that's what the video was supposed to be about. And then she's laying on her bed. I don't know where she's living, but she's definitely not in the house she used to be in. Someone says she might be living with her daughter. I don't know where she's living, but she's not where she used to be. She don't even have the same setup no more. Anyway, but you know, like some other people who apparently got evicted and, you know, using green screens and backgrounds and stuff. But anyway, she's supposed to be talking about these haters and whatnot. She goes into a story about how she used to do Lyft and how she stopped doing Lyft because her clients were doing inappropriate things in the back seat. Then she talked about, and she didn't say it like that. Okay. She said it all the way out. Okay. She said exactly what they were doing, the nastiness. Okay. I'm not going to repeat that over here. I don't need that visual. And y'all don't either. Then she's talking about how she used to do something called Spark. I don't know what Spark is. Never heard of it. I believe it's called Spark. And she got shut down and decommissioned off of Spark because she was allowing her green card husband to use it. She was allowing her husband to use her Spark. And they realized that it wasn't her. Somebody else was using her account. And she was talking about how she used to make 1,000, 2,000 a week, something like that on Spark, whatever. So for someone who claims to have 3 degrees and all these skills and claims to be a journalist, why can't you just get a job? Lord, menu mindset. I said, Lord, infamous. Oh my God. All right. I'm tired of talking about this lady. Here we go. Here is Tashima. August 18th. Hold on. Let me put this back up so if people come in the room, they know what we're talking about. Because sometimes people pop in and pop out because they being nosy. And I'm pretty sure one of her people done run over there and tell her, oh, Wisdom's talking about you. I damn sure am. Okay? As long as you making yourself content, I'm going to talk. Because that's what I do. I comment. Okay? I give commentary and reactions to content. Okay? Anyway. That's funny. Lord infamous. Jesus. Oh, that's funny. All right. Oops. Here we go. So she says to she says to Nesto, when we were younger, we messed around, flirted and dated, and so on. After we had relations or in the moment, I slept with someone only, and it was only just that or one night stand. I didn't even fall in love. And her grammar is bad, so I'm gonna have to fill in some of the grammar that's not here just to make this palatable, because this is hard enough to read and even worse to listen to. I didn't fall in love, or even if I was in a relationship and thought it's love, after the breakup, time went by and I realized I wasn't. Once I got older, having a family never left me. Now I'm older and my kid's dad connected back as we talk and finish each other's sentences. And I try to play like nothing is wrong. He could tell it was like we started over as a best friend. When you get older, you know what you like or are attracted to, or just fuck another, or just make love. I could be wrong. I believe men and women know know if somebody's marriage material or not, or some like light skin or only dark skin. I got on social media a picture of you and your wife, beautiful looking couple, both being tested. Things happen so fast you didn't know things changed like social media, or how folks can be all up in the business with or without permission. One time you can get in trouble or sued. If I had talked to you in those moments, I wouldn't have told you anything if you asked. I said I didn't know what was being said. Be mindful and respectful to both. It's not what you do, but how you do it. Always, it's the time and the place. One's marriage is in trouble. The last thing you need to hear is what the world is saying now that you're in survival mode and you have a guard up. The world didn't say, I do only both of you. Some things are worth fighting for. Too old of a dog to be effed by a pup. Laugh out loud. I got that from my kid's aunt. And here comes Nesto to Sonia. Good morning, my love. See you soon. Good morning, love. Can't wait. And then Tashima says, morning. Hope you're ready. Hope you're up and ready for your fight and you're feeling better than yesterday. Give God all praise. Thank you, Father God, in Jesus' name, amen. Some days I don't ask for anything. I just say thank you. Manifest and claim it. No doubts. Only say or put out things that are positive. Guy, I God, she says, I don't wake up to the word he said before he got off the bed. His feet hit the ground. He prays. I thought I'm using that. Gives me an extra boost. Telling God, thank you as you get ready. Take one day. Lead your path. Bring you strength. Knowledge, most important, thanking him for waking you. Repent. Keyword, repent. I don't think he's going to repent, Tashima, but you can keep trying. Repent. Ask for forgiveness and mercy. Don't be proud or conceited. If there are any wrongdoings, hold yourself accountable. And release, and you'll get relief. You don't owe anyone an explanation if you put it on your heart. Apologize. Not wanted, I don't know what she's trying to say. Not wanted link or world to see. I would write letters, put me on, apologize to them in the mail unless order. I don't know what that means. If it's ones if it's ones that lied on you, then pray for them and ask God to let them be of truth and not be led by others of evil. I pray. I got up after I thought of Fonnie Willis. To anyone to take the time to hear the things she said or she has done after. They're comparing one's Rico with the way she moved and moving. Fonnie knew Nathan was married and had children and a wife. She solely relied on Nathan and his wife, who was sickly, has or had children in schools that needed to be paid for. Wife, medical bills. One day she went to the doctor with Nathan knowing of the appointment and was embarrassed because he hadn't paid. Never separated. So Fonnie manipulated the man because he wanted the job. He first had to divorce his sick wife. She got divorce papers Monday, and he got the job offer on Tuesday. Judge over the divorce sealed Where's the rest of her comment? Judge over the divorce sealed. Okay, not. She says Nathan and his wife's divorce papers were those that are always open to the public, and the wife is only getting less than $1,500 a month. Well, Shirley wasn't getting nothing. Where's your sympathy for her? She got sympathy for Nesto. This is what I don't understand. Y'all help me out. Why is it that thank you, June's Poetry, for renewing your membership? Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah, it happens. It happens sometimes. Um, she's got all this sympathy towards Nesto. But I'm not hearing about sympathy towards the victims. And to be honest with you, it seems like Tashima means well, but she has the same issue as the Bible lady. This savior complex, right? Nathan's wife was getting less than $1,500 a month. And it's the only reason the wife didn't tell the world. She's more of a quiet person. This came from her lawyer, who's fighting the real fight as the case keeps getting put off and not giving things she asked for on the tax form he filed was a low dollar amount. Her lawyer knew BS. Fannie gave or paid that man almost $1 million to mess with him. She's paying for a man and using money, going on trips and buying things. She's not paying him out of her own pocketbook. She's paying for pens with tax. She's paying for his pens with taxpayers' money. Well, the person that you're talking to, the stuff that he did wasn't too much different, but anyway. And she starts talking about Trump's case. More lawyers on Trump's case did also. They got the same amount as Nathan. One thing about a woman, when a woman falls for a man that belongs to another woman, they will research, investigate, and try to find out as much as they can about who they now believe is their competition. How Fannie was so comfortable to get on that stand and lie with a straight face. Give month of starting relationship. She knows the lies. She already sized the wife up and knew she wasn't the loud type, and she wouldn't expose the truth or keep it real. And exposed truth. One kept it real. Know that it takes time to get to know someone, and she never met the other spouse. In my 20s, I messed around with a married man and learned how the wife was, and with others, her kids, also with him. It all took time to find out. He was more passive and the wife was aggressive. They cheated on each other. I like him. I never made demands or tried to be seen. And to a degree, I was ashamed. I knew he was married. We hung out. We had fun. We didn't take the relationship serious. Even liking him, she said females are great investigators, is what she's saying. So she is telling Nesto more about her history and her past. There's a content creator who is a life coach, I guess. And he has a really great video called how not to get scammed. While I'm going to see if I can find it. Because he talks about this. And let me see where I might have saved it. And then I'll continue on. I'm going to check I believe it was on YouTube. I'm going to check my YouTube. Let's see if I can find it real quick. And I appreciate y'all. Normally, you see I have so many videos because I know that my internet is acting up. So I'm having to download and upload these videos and carrying on. But y'all know that I usually have my stuff together. So I appreciate you guys being patient. But let me see if I can find this. Where's my playlist? See if I can find. If I can find this guy's videos, because they were He was dropping some knowledge. This life coach, he's I found it, and it is on my YouTube, so I can just play it. I'm going to play it through the. I can't play it on YouTube because it's not going to play, but I will play the audio so you guys can hear it. So, he says, okay, these guys. He talks about the fact that how some guys make the best. How some guys make the which guys make the best husbands. But he has a video called How Predators Choose Their Prey. That's the one I want to play.
Most women are actually really scared of men, and they have a right to be because men are super scary because many of them are predators. And so what I wanted to do as a dating coach for almost 15 years and as your fairy godbrother is to share with you some of the signs that a lot of these male predators are looking for when they're trying to date you to see if they can exploit you, manipulate you, and just take control and advantage of you. Okay? So first, let's talk about reactions. They're always going to be looking at your reaction. So they will often test you by saying something a little bit disrespectful, teasing you, or a joke. You are going to have to set a boundary immediately and let them know how it makes you feel. That hurt my feelings. That made me uncomfortable. They will also compliment you, and they will look to your reaction. If you are minimizing it or saying, no, I'm not beautiful, right? Or you're acting like you've never had a compliment before in your life. Oh my God, thank you so much. This is so nice of you. I can't believe you're saying this. They already got you, girl. Okay, so they're looking at your reactions to how they are communicating with you. The other reaction that they're looking for is if they're going to ask you for a favor. They're going to ask you maybe for money, for a ride to the airport, maybe even career advice, right? Please don't give it to them. Don't give them anything. They want to see, is she going to give to me? Because real men that are in their masculine energy, they want to give to you. They don't want to take from you. Okay? Now, let's talk about what you say in your words. So if you're saying a lot of, I don't know, he already knows that he has you. Because it means that you're not checking in with yourself, that your head and your heart are disconnected. If you're saying a lot of self-deprecating things and humor, oh no, I'm not that smart, or I'm not that good at math, he already knows that you don't think highly of yourself. So that you can just co-sign on whatever you're thinking, he can co-sign on that, and you can start to stay in a lower vibration or a lower sense of self-worth. Okay? The other thing, if you're saying things like, I'm dating for marriage, I'm dating with intention. First of all, every man knows that if you're dating for all of that. And if you feel like you have to say it, he knows that you're desperate for it. You're desperate to be chosen. You're desperate to be in a relationship and to be married. Don't say those things. Also, don't talk about your healing journey. Everyone's healing, right? But if you're talking about your healing journey, he's going to take it as, oh, you must have really gone through some stuff. So you're going to be open to going through some stuff some more. So let's also talk about the physical, okay? So if you're around a guy and you start fidgeting with your clothes, right, it means that you're trying to look good for him, that he already has control over you. Or if, for example, and I'm a girl's girl, but I want to put you on here. If I see more skin than clothes, he knows that you're thirsty for attention, and that if he gives it to you, you're going to be putty in his hands. Okay. The other thing is, if you don't feel good about your body, if you're super tall or maybe you're thicker, a lot of those women are even super skinny, right? You'll try to be small, right? And your posture will actually say a lot about you, and this is how the predators will target you. Okay. So that's the physical part. Now, let's talk about your actions. Don't chase. Don't initiate texts. Don't initiate calls.
Too late.
Because you're chasing him. And when you chase him, he already knows that he has you. Okay? This is like catnip for predators. Now, I hope this is really helpful for you. And let me know if you have.
Well, it sure was. And that is from dating coach Anwar, for those of you who were interested. I've said it so many times. Stop spilling your guts to these men. Women get in front of men and they just develop diarrhea of the mouth, and they just have to let it all out because you've never been listened to before. And now you have someone who's finally listening to you. And so you feel comfortable. And that's exactly what a predator wants. He wants to make you feel comfortable so that you spill your freaking guts. So Nesto responds back to Tashima. Now she done already told him all about how her sexual activity with her baby daddy. Done talked about her mama, her sister, her daddy, her children, her pick-me's. Here's Nesto. Psalm 71, 17-24. If you're serious about keeping me encouraged, which I believe you are, then I would like to extend the same courtesy to you. I'd like you to read the scripture I mentioned above and respond to me with an explanation of your understanding of it. Here we go. Y'all know what he's doing there, right? Do y'all know what he's doing? You ever been fishing and you put the bait, the little squirmy worm, on the hook, right? On the end of the line, and you throw the line out, okay? He is trying to hook her. He's giving her a reason to stay engaged in a conversation with him. And she's going to assume it's innocent because it's about God. Christian Gold did the same thing to Jennifer Williams, always talking about the Lord. He sounds a little bit more genuine than Nesto, but it's a con because it's not enough to know the scriptures. You got to live them. You got to walk it out. Okay? You got to walk it like you talk it. Anyway, Lord, if you're serious about keeping me encouraged, which I believe you are, and of course she's serious, so she's going to do whatever he's asking her to do. This is a pimp we talking about. Then I would like to extend the same courtesy to you. I would like you to read the scripture I mentioned above and respond to me with an explanation of your understanding of it. When I read it, I thought of you, that I should share it with you. It stood out to me. And because of yours and my spiritual correspondence, see, God damn it. Because of yours and my spiritual correspondence over the last few weeks, I felt it was the perfect text. He is making Tashima feel real comfy and cozy because this is nothing sexual. It's not even platonic. It's spiritual. We're having a spiritual conversation. So anything we talk about is spiritual. Oh, my goodness. For real? We need to pray for Nesto's new friend Tashima because she is being groomed for something. I'm not sure what. She might be finding herself in a situation where she's being groomed to take over for this one right here. He said, because, let the church say amen, yours and my correspondence has been spiritual. Wow. He sure does know how to manipulate women. I felt it was the perfect text. Now, everybody doesn't read well. Some people read a little too fast and skip over some things. And some people don't read what's there, and their mind tells them that what's there is something else. And so I can imagine her reading. It felt like it was perfect, meaning the spiritual correspondence. Tashima is not reaching out to Nesto because she's bored. She's not reaching out to Nesto because she wanted to give him some encouragement. The woman is lonely. It's the same reason why Bible Lady been going to visit Nesto to do Bible study. I wonder if she's still going because Phone Calls from Prison hasn't posted any new visits. And I'm not on her page, but if any of you guys know if Bible Lady is still going to visit Nesto in jail, because the last few times she was late. But anyway, he needs to get used to pimping the men in jail. Ooh, life goes on. Pecan said he did the same thing with Erica. Tell me with this. Wait, he did the same thing to Erica. Tell me what this said. Erica told me. Lord. Only give information that a person needs to know. And do not feel obligated to give them your whole history and stop telling these men that you were abused. Not until you've been with a man a few years should you open up about that. You heard what Coach Anwar said. He said they figure, well, if you've been abused before, then, you'll be used to some abuse. Anyway, I do feel you should try to concentrate on the present and future, not so much on the past and who your father was, but more so who he is today, and be receptive to the message God is sending to you through him. Nesto, you need to cut it out. See, what Nesto was doing right there, Tashima has an issue with her daddy's past. Nesto has a problematic past. And so Nesto doesn't want us to focus on the past and who Nesto was. He wants us to focus and concentrate on the present and the future. So she's using the daddy because she can relate to that. Now, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I have taken some psychology classes and I'm usually pretty good at reading people. But anyway, he says you need to be receptive to the message God is sending you through him. Same way I receive. Here we go. And see, I haven't read these messages yet. I'm cold reading this bad boy. I don't know what they talked about. Okay? I ain't had time. Same way I receive the message that God sends to me through use of you. This is Nesto. That is Nesto. That is how Nesto speaks. Lord have mercy. Okay? Those messages happen to be relevant in my current life. So now Nesto is setting him up to be what's the word I'm looking for? He's almost putting himself in a godlike position, right? He might have a little bit of a God complex. So now God is using this convicted felon, okay? Because while he hasn't been convicted of these charges, he's been convicted of others. Nesto is a convicted felon, okay? Who has not learned his lesson, okay? Who conned Shirley Strawberry so bad she didn't even know she was conned. Detective, oh God, what's the detective name? Y'all help me out. From not Fulton County, but y'all, I'm tired. My brain is shutting down. Natalie Fields, Detective Fields, told Shirley Strawberry, you are a victim too, and you don't know who the hell you marry. She couldn't tell her too much, and I don't know if Detective Fields really understood at the time that this was going to be a RICO, but she must have had some kind of discernment because she tried to warn Shirley Strawberry. He got Shirley so good with the long con that she didn't even understand. This man targeted you. He took advantage of you. He never really loved you. Okay? He loved the money, the status, what you could give him. And he gave you just enough to make you feel like he was the one for you so you would hang on. So now Nesto's receiving messages from God. And God is using Nesto to send messages back to Tashima. That's basically what he's saying. Those messages happen to be relevant in my current life, which is what makes the messages powerful and most impacting. Who the hell wrote this? He didn't write this. I have already in my heart forgiven people like Miss Willis who have smeared my name and degraded my character on national news. So basically what she's doing is telling Tashima that he's innocent. He's trying to get Tashima to drink the Nesto Kool-Aid, okay? Because he can't throw that liquid V on her, so he's gonna have to get her to drink the electronic Kool-Aid. She degraded my character on national news, never knowing the real Ernest Williams. My business is uplifting others, not criticizing them, but that's just me. Lord Jesus. This is how he gets his victims. My business is uplifting others. I'm a good person. I'm a good man. The only person Nesto lifted was himself, as he helped himself to everybody's money and stuff. However, I understand politics and the commonality of the smear campaign. What is your geo origin? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. However, I understand politics and the commonality of the smear campaign, which suggests a transition from one topic to another. See, Nesto does this when he's on the phone. He'll be talking about oranges 1 second and then be talking about the Empire State Building in the same damn sentence. So now he want to know, what is her geo origin? You seem to be somewhere on the East Coast, New York, Philly, or Jersey, from your style of talk. Laugh out loud. I have never seen a woman wear a Kango hat like that, like a mob boss would. Wait, what? Tashima, baby, please, please tell me. Life goes on? Tell me. Pecan Tan and June's poetry? That she didn't send this man pictures of herself. Please tell me that she didn't do it. He want to know where she's located. He has suspicions that she could be on the East Coast, maybe New York or Philly or Jersey, from the way that she talks. And now he's talking about a Kango hat. How would he know that she be wearing Kango hats? Tashima, excuse me. Anyway, he said, also, you were right when you said that a public defender can devote themselves and fight just as aggressively as a paid attorney will. I've seen it happen with someone else within this past week. I also want you to know that you're appreciated. Your words of encouragement and positive spirit. Thank you. He ain't never talked to Sonya that way. Well, I mean, he did, but it's been a long time since he told her, I appreciate you. Because he was all excited about Sonya in the beginning. Ooh, baby. He was calling her coach. Okay? Coach ain't been coaching. He was calling her coach. She was the coach. She was going to get him out of jail. And she was going to get these big top lawyers. And this was going to be behind him. He is setting Tashima up for the fall, baby. Here comes Tashima. When they like the man. What? When they like... The man lets women love or fall in love with them already taking man, they are for sure going to investigate and be working on trying to get the man for themselves, and depending, that can be bad and dangerous. Well, it sounds like that's what Tashima doing. Okay, because she done been all on social media. She in these YouTube bushes. Okay. All right, she's all up and down Shirley's social media pages and whatnot, you know. And she's definitely done her homework. I hope you're not falling for this man, Tashima, baby. You better be careful. She says even the wife or the main girl may feel or get intuition or an idea that the guy may be out doing wrong because they changed their behavior. And then after research and investigation, some of them just don't pay attention or they don't care as long as they're reaping something. If they kept it real and were open-minded, they could see the bigger picture. You could help see the bigger picture with this Fani. I messed around with the married man, my friend, never have. Now she's hearing my stories and heard someone else's point. Fani is going after people with charges, locking them up. What about Fani paying a man with taxpayers' money when she got grants to help the poor and kids at risk and kids that might be in a gang and buy SA kits or fix the jail? She used the money to buy swag things like Apple computer items and decked out her office and other office in the state offices. Instead of going to the inner city and giving applications to schools in Atlanta to be in gang prevention programs for the summer, she went and got her niece from Florida and her colleagues' kids. It's a young man named Little Rod, placed in Rico, been in jail since 14 years old, serving life. He put a pill in and won, but was not able to schedule due to Fani adding him into Rico with Thug. Ooh, so Tashima been doing her homework. Okay. So basically what she's saying is that this is alleged because this is Tashima and we don't even know who the hell Tashima is. She don't know who the hell Nesto is, but we do. And she's basically saying that this person, Little Rod, He was placed in jail because of a RICO since since 14, and he's serving a life sentence. He put an appeal, he won the appeal. But he wasn't able to get out of jail because Fonnie added him into the Young Thug RICO trial. Little Rod's father said that the state went to him, went to his cell and told him. Little Rod's father said that the state went to his cell and told him that if he signs a letter saying Thug gave him $20,000 to shoot a boy, they would take off the life sentence and he would get out, right? And he would get out. Mr. Williams, they already had the letter written out. He turned it down and he's now in the RICO. If Fonnie and the state office were that confident, and her message gets cut off because I don't know if there's a limit. Anyway, so here's Nesto. Damn. with a frowny face emoji. Where can they get a young man off cleared and free of a life sentence who stands with them judges? Doesn't a judge have to sign off? Think about it. Little Rod is now 19. That gang prevention program is only for kids in Atlanta. Had they done it right, I wonder if that would have saved Little Rod's life. For sure, he was eligible. I believe Fonnie did that on purpose to put these young men in jail and now all these RICOs. And they found out the lawyer is very close to Fonnie and went to school together by day, and he was a DJ by night and connected to a record label. Nut was in. I guess Fonnie promised Nut's mother she would get her justice. However, before Nut passed, other families lost children. Yet, they get justice bypassed all the other families whose children were unalive to give the team millions to get justice for Nut. They said the head DA who mentioned Fonnie wouldn't move forward during the RICO because there wasn't enough evidence and wasted money. Fonnie found a way to snake him to win, and now you all are where you are. Nesto done found him another Sonya. Yes, Shea B, swaggy things, okay? Swag things. Fonnie is using taxpayer money in Georgia to buy swaggy things. Okay? I don't know what swag things are, but it might have something to do with, listen, some Louis Vuitton, Birkin, what did Jennifer Williams say she wanted? A Kelly bag, okay? He done found himself another Sonya, somebody that is impassioned about all the people and the young black men that are incarcerated, and many whom are innocent. And now listen, the reality is there are probably many black men across this country that are incarcerated and were given time that did not fit the crime, okay? Meaning that someone of another color or ethnicity could have committed the same crime and might have gotten 5 years, but they got 15, okay? Doesn't mean that they're innocent. We know that there is a percentage. I don't know the numbers. I don't have those numbers, but there is a percentage. We talked about this before, of black men and women who are incarcerated and they're innocent. That's why there's the Innocence Project, and they're using DNA to clear their names and this, that, and the other. We know that there are issues in Georgia, okay? However, just like Nesto was not committing a crime when he got picked up, but he has committed crimes and he's done some things. The number of men who were incarcerated and did absolutely nothing wrong, they just needed to pin it on somebody and they took is a very small number, okay? Nesto thinks he's innocent because he was not arrested while in the midst of a crime. And he's not going to admit to the crimes that he committed. He's just not. He's not going to do that. Okay? A lot of these young men, not all, but a lot of them, were doing things that they had no business doing for whatever reason. Maybe they felt that was their only recourse. Okay? But not all these people involved in these RICOs are in a RICO because they didn't do nothing. Okay. Anyway, that's all I was trying to say. She says, say it again. If the other head DA didn't proceed for reasons I said, what judge accepts to do the case and the nerve to allow all kinds of hearsay, late documents from the state? They allow all kind of things off social media and bring in what bloggers said, opinions, no known facts, and bring it up. I told you he found himself a new Sonya. Bring up Lil Wayne and Birdman. The game, never bring them in to speak for themselves. The judge allowing it all, knowing they're on state witness list, no plans to call them. They know they will not go with the state narrative. Might be all judges when you go to court. Pay attention, corrupt judges. Obvious. If I'm all over the place, I apologize. It's a lady running against Fonnie. I could be wrong, but it feels like people in Atlanta either don't vote or vote because she's a black Democrat. Ben said she's only around rich, middle class, never poor, so she uses her skin color and gender to her advantage. Otherwise, she's above blacks. She needs to go. I find it weird. What I find weird is blacks that get these positions are not relatable. As soon as they are exposed, I'm black. I'm a black woman, BS. Mr. Williams, you need to vote for that other woman. She said if she wins, her priority is to get to backlog. Think if she wins. The lady that's running against Fonnie is vanilla. Okay, she's clear. And I'm not giving an opinion either way about what Fonnie did or would do or what this other woman would do. But I'm just saying, I do not believe in the white savior complex. Okay. I don't believe that just because a person is white, that they necessarily can or are going to save you any more than a black person. I'm just saying, that's just Wisdom's Daughter's opinion. Okay. And it may not necessarily reflect the opinion of my subscribers. All right, let's keep going. Mr. Williams, you need to vote for that other woman. She said if she wins, her priority is to get to that backlog. I think if she wins, they already are paying millions for YSL. After that, it's you and Trump, the YSL case last end of the year or next year. If new person wins, do you believe in your heart she will have enough evidence to move forward a RICO and spend even more of taxpayers' money? If Fonnie wins, she doesn't care about taxpayers, especially when it paid for a man. Fonnie don't care how long you sit and wait, even after the YSL trial. My thought, vote and get others in jail to vote for the other lady benefit to them. Tashima, convicted felons cannot vote. They don't have the same voting rights. Okay. And even when they get out of jail, it's a whole different ball game. It's I don't have all that information in front of me. We did that in a completely different live, okay, about when I was on the radio station and we were talking about some of the rights that Donald Trump might lose as a convicted felon. Okay. But yeah, I don't believe Menu Mindset said these women are dingbats. Lord. That girl said, look at those edges. Baby, what edges? Okay. How is your hairline starting at the tip? Do this for me. We got 97 people up in here. All right. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you got hair on your doggone head, I don't care if it's just one strand. I want you to put your finger at the very top of your ear. You see how Sonya got them glasses on? And I like those glasses. They cute. And I just went to the eye doctor and got my new glasses ordered. I need a pair of driving glasses and reading glasses. Anyway, but put your finger at the top of your ear and I want you to feel where the hair is. Okay. Now put your thumb right there. Now take your index finger and I want you to go to your hairline. Okay. Go across to your hairline. All right. And then pull your fingers back and see how much space. That is how far her hairline is pushed back because of them damn ponytails. Okay. And her trying to dye her own hair and her not taking care of her hair. Okay. Sonia is a hot ass mess. Now she done already admitted to being a hoarder. Okay. Talking about she shop all the time and she go shopping, but she gave away a third or 2/3 of her closet to make room. No, she didn't. Sonia's a hoarder. She just be buying stuff and bringing stuff in. And the funny thing is, she had all this money to go shopping, but she didn't have 250. Prince Michael. Okay, love it. That picture's beautiful. Okay, didn't have 250 to put on Nesto's books. Nesto, she didn't have the 250 because she went shopping with it. Okay, she don't give a damn about Nesto. Okay, she done spent all this money with these text messages and whatnot. And if you notice, she's not even texting him as often. If you go back to the original document, back when they started texting in, what was it, November of 2022? I think it was. Yeah, either November or September. All day long. Now it's like 1 or 2 messages a day. 1 or 2 messages a day. So he done found himself another Sonia. If Fannie wins, she doesn't care about taxpayers' money, especially when it paid for a man. She don't care how long you sit and wait, even after the YSL trial. So she wants Nesto to try to get the people in jail to vote. Really? You think that the people in jail are going to be able to vote, Tashima? All right, baby. I was trying to give you credit, but you know what? I gotta take my credit back because no. Okay. I heard these things from Lady speaking on Sylvia channel. You can confirm. Lady is Republican. Who cares? Just think. See, didn't I tell you? I know who she's talking about. I met the woman who is running against Fonnie Willis. She seems like a nice person. She was quite traumatized. If you guys remember, the night of the first presidential debate between Biden and Trump, I was at the Revolt Studios in downtown Atlanta. And what you guys don't know is that a huge, huge fight broke out before we went on air. Okay. And I have that video. This is the same event where we're talking about the fact that CNN said that not said, but the fact that CNN basically banned black media. Okay? CNN had banned black media, pretty much all media, but specifically they had a separate area for media, but black media was not allowed. They were not given a seat at the table. And here we are. You talking about 20, 30 people, having what looked like a bar fight, okay, over the white lady. Because the host didn't want her on the panel. Okay. Didn't even want her in the room because it was called Just Culture. Okay. That lady was shook. I had gotten some information and was trying to get her information because I wanted to interview her, and she was being very polite, but she was shook, and she gave me the mean curve. Like, oh, well, you can speak to so-and-so, and kind of like I could get her information from a third party type situation. She is a Republican, and that's who Tashima's talking about. So Nesto done found him the right one. Boy, the law of attraction is something. I'm going to tell you that right now. So she said, I heard these things from a lady speaking on Sylvia's channel. You can confirm the lady's Republican. Who cares? Just think and get the word out in jails even more. Get Fonnie out. Break alliances. Do it for you. Also for other inmates. Don't know who are also suffering behind that devil. Did you see Fonnie on the news in her backward red dress, hanging bra, fruit of the loom, big underwear, stomach hanging, shoes too big? No way that man with Fonnie for free. Guess what? His wife is dark, beautiful, and slim. Tashima, I was rooting for you. I really was. But I'm starting to feel like I don't like you very much. I don't even know you. But I don't know Boneytail either. Baldy, I don't know her either. But yeah, black people come in all different colors. Okay? My son came out white. So white the nurse tried to give me the wrong doggone baby. I said, ma'am, that is not my baby. Are you sure? I said, lady, if you don't give me my baby, that's my baby over there. She gave me such a look. I said, yeah, the white baby. That's my baby. When I tell y'all what I tell you, I'm going to put up a picture of my son when he was born. My son was born white with straight jet black hair, like Asian hair. Okay? Um, his dad is Puerto Rican. All right. But you know, and I got what I got in my family. But anyway, we come in all different colors. Light skin, brown skin, dark skin, and the lightest of the light of us to the darkest of the dark of us are beautiful. Whether we are thickums or whether we are slim, because I ain't skinny. Okay? My stomach ain't flat. It may not be hanging over my jeans like that, but it damn sure ain't flat. I'm just saying. Why you gotta talk about the lady like that? Whatever. Okay. She says, sure, you're tired of me, laugh out loud. Also, this is another reason why you should be the voice in jail. Get others to vote Fonny out. They may not be able to fix it, but I believe they have no choice but to look at who's over that girl's case and judge, even agreeing on that BS. Who the F found guilty for over 10 felonies who only gets 2 days of jail, 12 months of probation? It's no way. I don't care what state you live in. Pray that people stop being so quick to judge Fonny using social media to push her narrative. On day one of YSL's hearing, I kept saying something wasn't right about this judge. The judge kept agreeing with the state, and the lawyer for the young man kept saying not true. Why did it come out that the state did lie? The lawyer asked for bond again, and the judge found something to use to still deny it, which was beyond nuts. And now they have this white lady playing with her hair, giggling and laughing, giving all this dry humor, and now taking up for the old judge and state, but play like she was listening and giving all voice only to rock blinds to sleep. Many liked her. Well, what about Woody's foolishness? I don't recall. What's your date of birth, sir? I don't recall. Do you have a driver's license, sir? I don't recall. Well, did you give the person the car or not? I don't recall. Well, do you know Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug? I don't recall. You want to talk about rocking somebody to sleep? Woody was in the stand sleeping. Okay. You know what? Anyway, I digress. I watched her 30 minutes and said, nope, she's not right. She's no better than the first judge. I bet she's going to follow the law, oath, and call to be dismissed. What judge come out and admit her colleague failed in that corrupt courthouse? And they are so bad and been corrupt for so long and getting away that they don't even know how to fake being right. That bad. Seems your loner being confined. I ask you to please use your voice and get others to vote Fonny out. What is this? What if this is your purpose? Tashima, that's not Nesto's purpose. Nesto doesn't need a purpose. Nesto needs to sit his ass in a corner somewhere and just meditate, okay? And just come out of meditation to eat, sleep, and take a dump, okay? That's what he need to do. Nesto don't need to do a damn thing. He has done enough, okay? I'm just saying. Pecan 10 said Temu don't count as shopping. Shout out to hashtag reality said Jennifer has been a nut since she was introduced to us years ago. Shaking my damn head. June's Poetry said DAs have nothing to do with incarceration. Judges rule on who goes home on bail and sentences. And Pecan 10 said, how long will it take for the con to ask for money? That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on to see. Because let me tell you something. Nesto, I have said it so many times. He's the king of the long con. Okay? He's the king of the long con. He is very skilled in it. He is buttering her up. It won't be long before he's telling her he don't have any money on his books. Okay? And since she is sending him messages, see, I don't know how this works. Maybe I need to take me a trip down to Cobb County and ask them how this works with this tablet. If she registered to be able to send him messages, does she have to pay for that? So is she paying for them to text each other back and forth? Is that how it goes? Which means she's already given him money? I don't know. All right. Nesto responds to Sonia. Are you sure somebody called you last week? Damn, Nesto. Wait a minute. Nesto, that's how you address your boo? I gotta go back because he been talking to Tashima for like the whole 24 hours on the 18th. The last message to Sonia earlier that day, 9 o'clock a.m., was good morning, my love. See you soon, even though he forgot a word. And Sonia says, good morning, love. Can't wait. And then the next message to Sonia, because apparently she visited him that day, is, are you sure somebody called you last week on my behalf? And was it a woman or no? Your hair looks marvelous. I know I've been gone a long while because it's truly grown. Thank you again for an extraordinary visit. It keeps my anxiety at a low. Laugh out loud. June's poetry. Are you sure somebody called you last week on Wisdom's Daughter behalf? Here come now. He sends this message at 7:05. Okay, 7 minutes later to Tashima. This is Nesto. I'm just reading and taking it all in. Your input column of the magazine, laugh out loud. I don't have too much going on over here, but truthfully, it is your opinion, all that you say. And to your opinion, I'll say that I only give attention to ideas if I feel if I feel a true value attached to them. I'll just put it that way. He messages her again. I guess you have your sentiments and opinion about me just as the other bloggers. Laugh out loud. Everybody has an opinion though. Have you ever been a comedian? You're funny. And I could not help but laugh at your last message. You told the truth. Uh-huh. This is what you call emotional cheating. Sonia, okay? Your boo thing is emotionally cheating on you. He is developing a relationship with Tashima. Her long messages are keeping him entertained. Okay? So he got your nasty ass pictures because that's all you good for. And he's got some entertainment between, you know what? So anyway, Sonia replies, sorry I'm late with this response. Not on your behalf. It's legal on something else. Thanks. I'm trying to see how to grow or cut it off. On the fence. Plus the color is not right yet. Love seeing you. I'm here for you. Yeah, this was that visit where she showed up looking like Donald Trump took a dump on the top of her head. Her roots were orange. Like literally orange. All right, here comes Tashima. Dear Mr. Williams, I remember I do not know you. Anything I say is my own opinion. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Try again. Mr. Williams, remember I do not know you. Anything I say is my own opinion. If I listen and the person doesn't sound like a demon, but a human, cool. What I also know is nobody is perfect. Y'all know when I sigh, it's not good, right? Yeah, y'all do know that, right? That girl said he been knew she was a liar. I'm assuming she's talking about Fonnie. Nice Skin said, I'm so glad I caught this live. I know I'm off topic, but I saw your post and members about IS demonetization. Went to your page and saw you alive. Yep, so you got to see how much Bible Lady is making on YouTube. Okay? That's why I don't go over there. I ain't helping her make no coins. I'm just saying. When is his trial again? On October 2nd. And I put in my Rule 22. They received it, but I have not gotten the signed Rule 22 back yet, because I'm coming with my whole camera setup. So I have to go down to the court and find out what's going on. Night Skin said, do Sonya know about Tashima? She know now. I am Mrs. BB said, Fonnie Willis's opponent is backed by Trump's people to beat her so that she can get all charges dropped against Trump and others. Mrs. BB, say it again. Okay? Would you say that again? That's the only reason why she is going against Fonnie. Not to help the black people, but to help get Trump off. Come on, Tashima. I thought you was smart. He doing Sonya like he did Shirley, and it's gonna get worse. I know that's right. See, that girl repping, that girl, I'm confusing you with that girl repping New York. That girl done read ahead, okay? She knows how the story ends. Nice Skin say, you can't color your hair with Dorito dust. I can't with y'all. I ain't playing with y'all. Auntie No's Kitchen is in the building. What's going on, Queen? All right, so she basically is saying, listen, in her opinion, Nesto is not a demon. He's not perfect, but he's not a demon. Tashima, blink once if you're okay. Blink twice if you need help. Okay? Nesto is very much a demon. Okay? If you know anything about demons and devils, they are very crafty, conniving, sneaky. Okay? They're very good at what they do. To me, every con man, especially a good one, is a demon because that's what demons do. They trick you. Okay? Like Nesto's doing. So she's talking to Nesto and he don't sound so bad. And now she done told him that. So Nesto, no, he got it. All he got to do is keep riding his wave and take his time. And before he know it, anyway, like me, instead of living and learning, it took many lives and learning before I got it or said, okay, I tap out. I guess what I was effing up, I guess I was effing up and could be in prison right now since I'm not. And God in Jesus' name has forgiven me and given me so many chances my heart tells me is purpose. I know I have to hold myself accountable and apologize, which is hard for me to do with my kids admitting wrong. What parent wants to be wrong? And I was raised in a house where my mom could say anything. It didn't matter if she was wrong or if she'd done something wrong. She never apologized for me. I try. Someone is telling you about yourself after, say, come on, I'm listening. I understand. Seem sarcastic or didn't agree or understand. Guess what, Mr. Williams? Next call, you're going off. I think it was your son who said, I can't wait for you to get back out. I can't wait for you to get out. Go back, listen to yourself. Daddy, you tripping. That ain't you. If I said something, sir, I went off your calls. Maybe you were in a better headspace, stronger. If so, that's a good thing. Mr. Williams, regardless, it doesn't matter what I say. You got bigger fish to fry. What's funny, I have been holding back not saying what I want to say or use my stories. If it resonates, cool. Not cool. If it resonates, cool, not cool. I listened to your son and your friend both say that's not you. Mr. Williams, why you think your son asked you to stop? Why you think your friend asked you to stop? Ernest says, you all right with me, laugh out loud. Keep being you in Jesus' name. And yes, I'm in a better headspace now. Thank you. With a smiley face emoji. Tashima, Nesto's in a better headspace now. Alice in Wonderland said, Tashima sounds like she got a screw loose. What does she gain talking to this man? I said earlier, she lonely. She lonely. Tashima needs to run back into the woods. She needs to go back into these YouTube bushes. She's lonely. That's what I think. Okay? It's the same reason why Bible Lady be visiting Nesto in prison. She's not visiting that man to pray for him. Okay? Because her prayers ain't done a damn thing. Okay? Nesto says Shirley prayers were good. Shirley prayers, kept him out of this situation. Maybe Shirley stopped praying. I don't know. But according to Nesto, Shirley had good prayers. Bible Lady, that Bible study and that prayer is not effective. Sonia. So I am finally resting for the day. It seems I was nonstop since 3 p.m. Most days are not this busy. This week is important, and I guess I need to focus on things. Laugh out loud. Ordering glasses for you. Dear Mr. Williams, if I said anything to offend you, blame it on my mind and not my heart. Laugh out loud. I'll be honest. I admired your son and Dion. You can hear. His son is Dion. Okay. I'm just reading what she wrote. I admired your son and Dion. I admired your son and Dion. You can hear the love they have for you. Your son admires you. Remember you told me this, I was tripping. Or remember you showed me how to do XYZ. Also, they weren't afraid to hold you accountable. When I later heard you talking about them, I was disappointed and felt the devil succeeded. I've had life for myself and my oldest son. I don't judge. I'm not fake. I'm about respect and loyalty. Girl, you speak in Nesto's language. Yes, that's what he likes, loyalty. God first, my kids rather is man. Kids, friends, all about holding them accountable. Don't expect perfection. My son had a nice girl. She was patient, helpful. You know what? I'm starting to think that Tashima could be Latina. And the only reason why I say that is because in Spanish, the language is flipped. So for example, if I say, you know, me llamo Wisdom's daughter, right? I call myself Wisdom's daughter. Not my name is, right? We would say my name is so-and-so. In Spanish, it would be backwards. And the way that she writes, some of her, and that's not a great example, it was a terrible example, but the way that she writes her sentences, she kind of puts words out of order. She puts words in the beginning of the sentence when they should be further back. So anyway, that was a horrible example. I'll think of a better one later. I'm tired. My son had girl nice. This is what she wrote. And in Spanish, that's what you would say. You wouldn't say my son had a nice girl. It would literally translate to my son had girl nice, right? So for example, I'll give you a better example. Yo tengo hambre, right? It means I'm hungry, but it literally translates to I have hunger, right? I have hunger. Not I'm hungry, right? But I have hunger. Or hunger I have. It's weird. Anyway, if he left, she would stay at the house and help me. If she talked to me, she would agree and go to my son. She also said that she was patient, she was helpful, and she knows that this girl loved her son and his brothers and her entire family. Whenever he left, she stayed and she would ask if she could help out. She talked to me. She would agree to go to my son and agree. I had no doubt about her whatsoever. Guess what? It was all fake. She was able to fake all those years. Anything pertaining to me, his brothers, my family, she cared nothing about, but did everything just to be with my son. So hurtful. I loved her. I asked about her and her brothers. I really loved her. She would hold them, play with them, talk to them, feed them. How effing creepy is that? A lot of times one will use you when you're vulnerable or know how to be fake just to get what they want. Tashima, I hate to break it to you, Twinkle Toes. Vulnerable to get what they want. You talking about you learned the hard way? You didn't learn a damn thing. Because you don't realize that you are chatting with a predator. Okay? I'm in Atlanta too. I pray for people too. I could have easily gone down to the court. To the jail to say a prayer and do real Bible study with Nesto. Why would I do Bible study with a devil? Even if you don't believe that he's a devil, it's okay. This is my opinion. He has scammed so many people. So you think that you have some type of scam radar? You think that you are scam proof? That you bulletproof? Nothing to lose? Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, take your aim. Okay? No, you are just as susceptible, even more so because of what she's been through. I would never talk to somebody like Nesto purposely, on purpose, so he can scam me. Hell to the no. Because one thing I do know is I got a whole lot of discernment, but I'm not scam proof. Okay? That girl said now 3 sideshow clowns, side hand nasty, and now Sheba. That girl said the prayers of the righteous availeth much. He didn't say the prayers of an atheist. Jesus. So apparently, I hope she listens to this. And because her name is in the title, she probably will. Okay? I'm going to have to do a short right here and post it because I need her to hear me. You need to get the hell away from this, from Nesto. I was going to say from this kiosk. That's Wade Wilson. You need to get off whatever it is you're using to text this man, and you need to go somewhere and pray. Tashima, I'm going to send you and Uncle Willie to a convent. Okay? Both of y'all. For me, some things are off limits. I know what losing family feels like, knowing how to divide and conquer, being taken advantage of when I was weak, vulnerable. Stop telling this man all of that. You basically just let him know that he can con you. Because if you've been conned once, you are susceptible to being conned again. Right? If I can get away, if somebody did it to you before, I'm pretty sure I can do it to you also. Also, know what chick looks like when they're using all just to get what they want. So Tashima is an expert in fakery. But she's talking to Nesto, and he ain't a demon. He's human, and he ain't perfect, but he ain't all that bad. Tashima says, it seemed like you weren't in contact with the ones you started with, and how you were talking to your wife about God seemed to help. You seemed to help you. I know when I was down, it sure helped and changed me. I decided to reach out. So here, even from a stranger, how one more confirmation from God and God only is the only way. We all need support to remind us. Even to this day, I still go to the left and call someone. They bring me back to let me know this too shall pass and not get caught up in how. All right, so you know what, Tashima, when you get caught up with Nesto's foolishness and his fuckery, okay, and he got you out here, spending your welfare check and your SSI check and carrying on his BS, that's what we gonna say to you, baby. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. She said, let me also tell you how blessed you are to have friends going back so many years. All of your kids are alive and not in jail. Not many have made it to your age, and you have another day to be better. If I could take the place of my son, I would. My kid's only sister was unalived, and she had a son at the time, pregnant. My oldest son hasn't been the same. The guys that did it the guys that did it grew up with her as her mother hung out with their mother. She called them her cousins and felt closer to them than her own blood family. Guess what? They only got 6 to 9 years, if that long. So some are back out. And before that, my kid's uncle unalived by his cousin when my kid's dad left me and left no plan to help or care for them. So his brother stepped in to watch, feed, clean the house while I take naps or run errands. Didn't I tell you he got another Sonia? So she got to take naps. She's either taking naps or she's running errands. Because I didn't hear anything about her having a job. I hear her complaining that she don't have any money. I hear her complaining that her baby daddy didn't help. But that this one stepped in or that one stepped in and yada, yada, yada. To clean the house and feed the kids and watch them when she got to take a nap or run errands. He buys food and groceries and gave money to us to move only for his cousin to take him from us. I too have had many hard storms. My kids, many hard storms. Any parent would take a bullet for their child, or rather endure pain or take it all away if we could. I talk ish. I know pain. I believe you are blessed. Tashima, I need you to lean in real close because I need you to hear me. Stop calling that man blessed. Okay? Just call him a man. He's flawed. Okay? He's flawed and he's a fraud. Okay? All right? He's a clown and he's a con. All right? Here's some more alliteration for you. Okay? He's faulty and he's flawed. Okay? He's not blessed. Has he experienced some blessings? Well, the rain falls on the just and the unjust, right? And so even psychopaths get to breathe the same air we breathe, right? Stop calling that man blessed. What is so blessed about Nesto? Look at what he did to his wife, and you think he's blessed? I understand what she's trying to say. You know, he should be thankful that he has friends going back so many years. But where are those friends today? He's burnt a whole lot of bridges. Dre don't want to be bothered. Lamont ghosted him. Sonia's over here shopping and filling her house with more things. Okay, she over there spending her RV money on clothes and orders from Temu. Shirley is in divorce court and he ain't showing up. His son Dion is done. Dion ain't come to visit him not one time. And speaks to him. You can count the number of phone calls between Nesto and Dion. Okay? How many calls have we heard between him and his daughter Laverte? 2? Where are the other kids? Oh, because one of them is mentally ducked. Okay? Because of what he did to her. Filming her and carrying on. Okay? She's dealing with all types of mental issues. Who knows what he really did to cause her to develop mental issues? Because people don't just become crazy one day unless somebody did something to them. Who else? I'm forgetting anybody? Daryl came to visit him in jail twice. The first time he didn't stay but 5 minutes. The second time I can't remember. Lamont has never come to visit him in jail. Shirley has never come to visit him in jail. The only people who've ever visited Nesto in jail was Baldy, Bible Lady, and Daryl. Stop calling him blessed. That man has 95 victims. You should call him cursed. That's what you should call him. Here comes Sonia the next day. Good morning, love. Here's Ernest. Good, my love. The glasses you are ordering come to me okay. Love you. Sonia says, got you. Love you. Ernest says, I want you to have a good week, okay? Sonia says, we will have a great week. No, Sonia. He said he wants you to have a good week. He gonna have a good week. He got Tashima. Okay? He want you to have a good week. Basically, don't even worry about texting him. He good, okay? Because he needs whatever money you putting on his books for these text messages, he needs that for Tashima. And then Nesto says, I know the many blessings God has given to me. Nesto thinks because he has gotten away with all of his cons, or so he thought he got away. Nesto thinks because of all the cons that he did get away with, that means he's blessed. Because he went to the green waters to wash off. Okay? There's some things that you just can't wash off. Okay? I know the many blessings God has given to me. I thank him daily for keeping me covered and my family protected. I think you and I connect. Here we go. Through the idea that my situation projects the fact that storms are common among God's children and we all endure painful events that help to shape us. Through my situation, I believe it contributes to your own strength and endurance. So what he's doing right here, if you guys haven't picked up on it, is he's trying to show Tashima how she needs him. That's what he's doing right there. All right, Pecan 10. She said, good night, y'all. My Megs finally kicked in. Oh, it's 12:30. I didn't even realize it's that late. But we not gonna be here too much longer. Hell, Rashima might be the con. She she just showed up spelling and writing stupid. Lord have mercy. I believe English is not her native language. She sounds like a lonely older Latina. Yeah. I don't think she's definitely older and English is not her first language. You have to be a lonely individual to start pen paling someone you NWC? What's that? NWC. Okay, you're gonna have to help me out with that one. I'm not sure what NWC stands for. Menu Mindset said you have to be a lonely soul to text a man in prison you never met. Oh, okay. Yep, absolutely. I had a friend who didn't go to divorce court. I asked him why. He told me he was not going downtown to listen to all that true-ish. That's funny. So now Nesto is putting into her head that she needs him. Through my situation, I believe it contributes to your own strength and endurance. Basically, in order for you to stay strong, you need to stay connected to me because we can help make each other strong. Knowing that someone is weathering a storm gives hope to others who might be in trouble in waters themselves. Now he's bigging her up. See, Sonya doesn't do this for him. He is definitely using Tashima one way or another, even if it's to be lifted, right? Okay. Even if it's for her to belift him. Okay. Sonya can't do that for him because all Sonya talks about is going to Vegas or shopping or puppies or RV parks or what she bought from Temu. Okay. Or that fake Michael Kors belt that clearly came from the checkout line in Target. You know, so he if you notice with Nesto, he likes surrounding himself with people who are in similar situations or surrounding himself around things that he can connect to. So he talked about various movies. He talked about the what do you call it? Singlical? It's a musical, but he talking about the Singlical Chicago and some other movies that he can relate to. He relates to Tashima because she's really been through something, right? Not like Sonya, who what she went through was really her own doing. Okay. Now, the truth of the matter is, what Nesto went through as an adult was his own doing, but we don't know what his childhood was like. I honestly believe two things. I believe that Nesto is a homophobe, and I believe he's a homophobe because I think something was done to him. He got so upset with people saying that, he sounds like a HOMO because his voice is high. Okay. That's going to be another video for another day from Coach Anwar telling us how to know if your man is gay. And I don't mean happy. But anyway, yeah, I believe something happened to Nesto in his childhood. Ain't no way he could turn into this and nothing happened. Okay. Something went wrong. So he tells her, knowing that someone is weathering a storm gives hope to others who might be in trouble in waters themselves. I believe the things you've experienced, good and bad, helped you to be the person you are today, shaping you into an individual who knows life and its hardships. At the same time, those hardships prepare you to surmount other obstacles that will come later. Nesto did not write this. He does not even speak like this. One thing I do know, because I have a bachelor's degree in English literature and the English language, people speak the way they write and they write the way they speak. I challenge you to use life's lessons and experiences to find purpose for the future. There could be something much bigger moving forward than you ever imagined. And no, you didn't offend me. Oh, he had to put that in there because he don't want Tashima to get scared and go away. He didn't write this. He spelled experienced correctly. He spelled weathering correctly. He spelled endurance correctly. He spelled situation correctly. He spelled children correctly. He spelled connect. He couldn't even spell connect for his wife. Connect network. He spelled it CONNIT. Damn it if this man ain't a con man. So then he says, oh, by the way, don't hold back. Say what's on your mind. Your story is actually being broadcasted now. Many people will view the context of our messages. Yeah, it's being viewed right now. Now, Nesto sends a message to Sonia. This is the afternoon. I want you to know that you have been my main artery, the center vessel that blood flows to one's heart, the motivation behind me hoping for another day. You've made me happy when nothing else has. People have their opinions behind our relationship and what fuels our energy towards one another. It's a powerful dynamic that many will never understand, but some others will appreciate but some others will appreciate and use as the formula to gain happiness for themselves. I think not. Nesto, I think not. You for real, dog? You for real? You think that we're going to look at you and Sonia's situation and use that as a formula to gain happiness for ourselves? You ain't happy and neither is she. We gel so well. And the naturalness between our interaction feels so good as love should. I've been receiving messages from a total stranger, messages of encouragement that seem to be heaven sent, which further reinforces the fact that you and I are perfectly matched and allows me to appreciate your being in my life that much more. Please tell me you understand what the con man is doing right here. Right here. You didn't see it? It's right here. You do understand what he's doing, right? He knows that Sonia's going to find out that it wasn't just a random stranger, that it wasn't just a one-time thing, that him and her are conversing, okay? They're not conversating because that's not a word. The word is conversing, okay? They're having a conversation back and forth all times of the day and night. She's sending long messages. He's sending long messages. And so he has to butter up Sonia because he can't lose her just yet. She's his only connect to the outside world. He don't even know what Tashima is. Tashima could be in the Amazon jungle, okay? She could be in the Philippines. She could be in Belize or Costa Rica or Nicaragua or Aruba, okay? She could be in Spain for all he knows. She could be in the middle of the goddamn Congo for all he knows. She says, "Oh, I know how we do. Since day 2, we are tight for life. And I never forgot how you were very encouraging and supporting during my struggles with health and my business." What business? It made a huge difference in my life, trust. And the fact that we stayed genuine, never fake. I'm glad positive people have reached out. There are plenty that believe you're not guilty. I receive an erroneous amount of DMs to that effect. Fact over feelings, it's coming. Here's Nesto. And with that being said, a lot of folks will judge my actions without knowing my reasons when it comes to us. You told me you'd be here to the end. I'm your friend to the end. Yeah, Chucky. It shows. I know you were sideswiped with a sucker punch by one of the bloggers like Mike Tyson when he took off Buddy Ear. He refused to lose regardless of the opposition. Laugh out loud. Everything has come at us from every angle, but here we still stand. Not for long. This was premature. Ain't standing here for long. You're only human and could have felt vulnerable and weak, allowing for you to quit. But no, you stood strong and tall through it all. See, what he's really doing right there is telling her something that's not really the fact. He's telling her what he wants it to be, right? Allowing for... No, but you stood strong and tall through it all. I promise you this time alone with God has opened my eyes to see higher on another level. Don't talk to her about God. She's an atheist. Sight I never knew existed within me. Oh, now he sees God with open eyes on a higher level, a sight he never knew existed within him. And my new prayer warrior helped me reckon. Oh, Suki. He said, my new prayer warrior. So I guess Tashima is in and Bible Lady is out. Bible Lady can't pay her rent, and she damn sure won't be paying her rent off of them visits. And maybe the reason why we ain't seen no recent visits is because he stopped accepting her visits. I'm just saying, just saying. So now that he has a new prayer warrior, his eyes are opened. He sees he sees higher on another level, a sight that he never knew existed within me. Your wife has been pouring into you for 9 years, but now all of a sudden, I have, in light of my current predicament, I know the public has already vilified me like some characters throughout the Bible. Which characters, Nesto? Which characters? You can't tell me which characters any more than Donald Trump can tell his favorite scripture because he ain't got one. And now I truly understand that God has work for me to do for him. So stay strong. You know what, Nesto? Bible Lady learned the hard way not to play with God. You might... Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not use God to con Sonia or anybody else. So now Nesto is running with the God con. Nesto, there is no hope for you. You have done it now. Okay? You have done it now. You over here playing with God. Nesto now sends a message. Dear Tashima, the good thing about the bloggers and nosy busybodies is that by your stories throughout the messages being publicized, it's possible that someone out there will be encouraged through their time of struggle once hearing your story. I think not, because the lady can't write. Many people have prayed on my downfall, but God sends people like you who've endured much to be a living testimony to others like myself. Here's Sonia. I'm good. Love you. Ernest. Good morning, my love. Love you, because it's the next day. Good morning, handsome. Love you more. How was your day? Doing nothing. Just trying to stay positive. Vibe. What about you, baby? Chilling. Had a great day. Accomplished a lot. That's good. Just me thinking about you all day. No, you wasn't. You was thinking about Tashima. This month is almost over. Oh, we in another day. That's it? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's it. So she said, I'm chilling. I had a great day. I accomplished a lot. And he said, that's good. I'm just thinking about you all day. August 21st. This month is almost over. He says, good morning, my lady. She says, good morning, love. Nesto, thank you for that message. It is inspiring and will hold me over the rest of the week. Nesto, you're talking to Sonia, not Tashima. I think you got it confused. What inspiring message? Anyway, tonight we'll watch The Woman King with Viola Davis. Shaking my head, a reminder of my extended time here. The movie came out over a year ago. It's amazing to me, though, how people are breaking their necks to get in the jail system. They haven't a real clue how hard it is to get out. I hope your week is going well and you're steadily making progress with your various endeavors. Oh, you mean like that diary that she ain't never started? Mm-hmm. That RV park that she ain't gonna get? That house that she ain't never gonna clean? I thank God for allowing me to possess a forgiving spirit. Enjoy your day. Fall will be here in less than 30 days. Here's Sonia. I'm your rock, holding you down. It's almost over. Yes, another freaking year. It goes fast. Your granddaughter's graduation was not long ago. It's crazy how no one values anyone's life, the government or the people. How do we go from talking about his granddaughter's graduation to no one valuing life? War unalive so many, yet people vote in people that love money, war, crime against people. It's so much hate, and by most who claim a religion, the devil is winning. Baldy, have several seats. The devil isn't going to winning. When come to me, believe that. What? That's Nesto. Nesto, you've been talking to Tashima too damn long. Okay? The devil isn't going to win. When comes to me, oh, he's trying to say the devil isn't going to win when it comes to me. Believe that. And then Sonia says to Ernest, no, she won't. Truth prevails. Can't let the lies dictate the narrative. I guess they're talking about Fonnie. And that's the end. We done come to the end, y'all. So part 1, you'll find with the same thumbnail that you see on the screen here, Dear Tashima. Okay, and now you guys have gotten part 2. All right, I'm going to have to retitle this video so that you guys know where to find part 2. Okay, because if I do say so myself, the commentary was funny. And all right, so what's gonna happen after tonight is we're gonna, unless phone calls from prison puts out any new messages, which I don't think there have been any, we're going to kind of backtrack and I'm gonna read through and just find, you know, the interesting stories, because I said I would do a series on it and I have not done it yet. Y'all forgive me, it's been a lot going on. Remember, I do work full time. And on that note, it's almost 1 a.m. I got to get up in the morning because I gotta do a training tomorrow. And can't nobody do it but me. Sonia pretending to be all busy. Remember how she would get roasted for staying at home waiting on Shirley Strawberry's husband? She ain't doing all that shopping. She wants to be Shirley so bad, hater. Why you didn't receive any GoFundMe money, Nasty Nesto? Because people know you're a crook. Facts. I BS you BS me, and on and on and on to the break of dawn. That's right. Lord have mercy. Well, listen, this has been a very interesting live. We done covered everything from Wade Wilson to Jennifer Williams to her scamming, lying, going back to jail, no wedding, having no money, having broke ass fiance, Christian Gold. Okay, we done talked about Baldy and the Beast and his new friend Tashima. Okay, and Tashima, you better be careful, ma'am. Okay, because Nesto is trying to sink his teeth into you. All right, we all see it. I don't know why you can't see it, but ma'am, be careful. Alrighty. And again, if you guys have not liked the video on your way in, make sure you like the video and hit the subscribe button on your way out. Also, make sure that you are following me on my other YouTube channels. Okay, Bad Girls Talk, and It's the Word Podcast. All right, It's the Word Podcast. That is a Bible study podcast. We talk about the Lord and the Bible. All right. And so if that's something that you are interested in, and why wouldn't you be? The Bible is very exciting. Okay. Whole lot of drama. All right. This ain't nothing compared to what you read in the Bible. But anyway, but if you are interested in that, if you are going through something and you need prayer, if you need encouragement, come on over there. I'm on that channel on Wednesdays on around 7:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30. I will drop a premiere, and there will be a live chat if you want to interact with me or anyone else. All right. So on that note, this wisdom family gathering, all right, because some people have an issue with me saying the PIC word, right? But family, we gonna bring this to a close. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Again, if you have enjoyed yourself, please support Wisdom's Daughter. We are on target for 10,000 subscribers, but I can't do it without you. And I have no problem saying that. There is no pride over here. We've already topped 1 million views because of all of you that have subscribed and been supporting the channel. So continue to do that. And on that note, we about to be out. All right, guys. Y'all know how this goes. Be safe, be at peace, and keep your eyes and your ears to these YouTube streets. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.
And I don't know why I'm doing it lately. Tell me that it's gonna